fall. You can't fall. Can't start. Yes, man. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, man. Welcome to Town Hall. Yes. Tonight I got act, you know, well, you know, every other night, you know, so we act same way, and you know, tonight I act because, you know, we have some things we got to deal with and wrap up here. So because, you know, government around too much corruption shining through. You know, Jamaica government corruption shining right through. I do all kind of things, a mad man of evil and winter night. You know. So good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Because you know we talk to people worldwide. You know, sister soon sign in a minute. And yes, brother soon sign in a minute. Ratty, let me tell you the fam now, because you know, so Ratty, him foot them. Let us talk to him because you know, I have to definitely deal with the doctor thing. And some people are saying some things and I say enough blessing. And yeah, so I deal with that. I deal with that. Yeah, I deal with that right now. So, you know, yes. You know, the same time before Maria and Herb come on still. This is something disturbing about that. And we're appealing to the government same way again. No, let me talk to the police them too. I know that's the government, you know. But you, crap, because of your word, the youth them a work hard for, make them things happen. In a sentence, Pepper, me get a video, disturbing video. The police them a right, but them don't know so them a get video, you know. Them don't know them a get video from when. And I you two youth on a bike, and them a ride on the bike. And you know, so them kick off the youth, them off of the bike. Kick them off, ride up to them and kick it, make the bike drop. You kick off the youth, them off of the bike. Them a ride. Right? And then beat one of the youth in them head. But them don't know, so the video with the people them have. Them have video them from down there coming up. And turn on. When the people them come out and I come down, you know, them are going like them innocent. Now, what kind of art do you have, man? What kind of really art do you have? Me tell you, criminal with badge and gun, you know, that's why I say them need to have cameras. It's simple. Where it take phone to buy the camera, big dirty thinking, where you name dirty thinking crab. Lanka coconut crab. You say them have camera, you know, and never play it. Yeah, really, get on top of people nerves now. Yeah? Them say them have camera. They have a play it. Me draw about that. But we saw them kick off the two youth, them one of them, I don't know if him lost him life yet, you know. But I beat him, you know. Give him some rotted lick. Drop off of the bike and I like them find something. And the later you hear say a gun and these things, you can't have police that do with you them these kind of things. It's wrong. Them forget charged to, you know. Them need to get charged. Yes. Them need to get charged. And I want to show that video there before Marie even sign. Never show that video because it really touching. They will go upon some other things. But I want to show you that video here because it's wrong. Eh? Yeah, and they beat him. And those just see just sometimes them lick you like you're going in that thing there. Yeah, them that beat him. It was beating him. So you know if that head lick and you lose a life or something, we soon find out what them beating. And then now just pin that doctor forgot to tell what happened to him. Them can't say, hey, now I have a season. No. That coming like a man out to lose him life or something. Where them do him, it's wrong. And them are innocent. Innocent. See that? Look at that video, you know, look at. See you with them, look there.
No, we want one back of fresh, you're free.
One from back, look at. Alright, for the south side, look at now. They don't know what's in that video. You want to take it back, see them, look at now. See them right up to you. See that? It's got clinching, see that? See, come off, look on him hand now. People them stop, look. Look. See that? See man I got a beat him and beat him. See that one stand up and look there. So when I have a head blow or something, that's why I go see that. You do that to our people this bad. Yeah? You have to show it. Look on this. Look how them are going innocent now. Look at. Look how them are dragging. Watch it. People are going to look at now. So people are come out, them play innocent, but them don't know it a video from behind.
There's a video one of me say my cousin.
On the road. Who no video it? Who no citizen? Come man, come now video. Come video it, man. You can't tap you from video, no? You can't tap you from video.
Can't stop up on video, the video not cut. It's not cut. These are evilness. For nothing at all. Eh? So people come out, look at the one that go like nothing. No, look on the them phone like him. Look there. Look on the other one him now like him. Look at.
Remember the tweet, so.
Look at. Remember I just had him, you know. So when you know if you got flick, you have seen by the start shit. No, look there. He have stripe, you know. He have a balaclava over his face. He have a balaclava. Police stop your balaclava, you know. See there? You tell a balaclava over his face. Eh?
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Just a beat him, you know. You saw them are moving a tent. Look like him, I help him. Shame bro, I can't get out of maybe I yes came to the machine. Look at my go like him and help him. Look there. Look how my anger people pick it. Look there. I watch him. Just beat him, you know. No, you tell me if them people must get charged to this. You tell me now. Eh? Eh? Yeah? Where say your question is, what did the person do before he got... You see what am I do? You see what am I do? So you know, if you refuse, you know them are take for the bike. You don't you know, so me remove it from here, so. Because I don't like you. Me move it from here, so. You get me mad. You listen. Me move it from here, so. Me no want your question neither. Come on, me no want your question. Right now, I only make them, you know, so I only make them go on, so. Eh? Let me tell you something with the law. Let me tell you no straight. Even if a man come in my house, he have a gun and my rob and him run outside, I'm going to fling something them back on earth and me will go to prison. If you see somebody ride on a bike and you want to take for them bike, yeah, and you run, you know, see no gun now, even if they have a gun and him shoot a man, that means you have to shoot him them back. The light stay clear. Me don't want to come ask no foolishness. You see my right, but it's a video from there. Don't ask me what am I do. You see what am I do. And people like couldn't make the thing right, you know, man. And when you see what am I do, you still come with foolishness. Hey, me not have no time for no foolishness one, you know. These are different, man. That me I tell you, you know. Don't ask stupid question. There is no way you change this. Them for go to prison, them for get charged. I move it already and take it out of the play, but your question is, if somebody never be, look how I'm going innocent. It look like him take something from them, It look like even if them did grab a bag, but you know, see him grab no bag, you know, see them have to come now. Then a matter of fact, you can't so stupid that you ask a stupid question. One police walk up there and they on him phone. They look like him do something. Him a move innocent. The police. Is that them drop off. One go up the road, go buy something. No, go call. Them forget charge. One go up the road, go call. Then if there was danger, him that leave the other one alone and I when him see the people them a come. Your brain not tell you that. Me not like idiot people come ask some idiot question on me. When you see me attack, don't do it. Don't do it. Me no in the mood. This is wrong. It could have been your son. It could have been your picking them. It's not the first. Remember, you know, in Electoral and the other day, the youth are right, you know, see them kill 2 youth. Me carry it. The youth are there and ask why you lick off the youth, them kill them. Them love kick off people off a bike too much. It need to stop. The youth them call me and talk to me right here. Oh, if I make them destroy the youth and future, you think a police up here could do that? Eh? Them to take with them visa that them can't run. No green card or nothing. It will stop, man. You are right. The animal try. You know them are take for the bike. They're going to take away the bike. Now, oh, you know, I'm like, oh, I'll give 65,000, 70,000, 90,000. You just can't get locked up for this. See? Mm-hmm. Because them money that them are knocking them. And you can't ask me how I know. Because I know. Me just talk to my nephew. And when I talk to my nephew, I will show you. He just pay 65,000 both bikes same way. Police put 60,000 and pay 65. This is what they do. They charge a bag of money. I have it outside now. I have it here. And I talk to him and say, listen me. I have a learner. I say, listen, and then bad into 16 pints. So I say, you must go back on this and that. So you learn that you can go and go upgrade that. You know, some people that use this. Me have it outside now. You have it. Them put 60 grand. The judge put 65. Me say to charge the next suit down there, so. So can put them there 90. He might have 10 grand. She put him in a jail and say next week if you not come, I can send you and get time. She know in a chatting a piece of judge there. Then to move them. You understand? Saying this wrong. When you see things like this are wrong, you don't come and say my problem exists and I ask stupid question like you do that. You know, see people, you see them hurt, smarty. Not at all. Yeah? And you come and ask a stupid question, you put up a next one. See? For them people that never did a video, they might give you a statement. Because them don't know said video from behind them, you know. You see where it start. Look at them have video. So if you have to stop and you them still arrive, you know clinch them. Just a lot done. But you look on them and clinch them and you know say can't. They could have dropped another steel and run through them head and then you hear something different. Why did I do that? Why did I do it? We know maybe you have an insurance or something and they're going to take for your bike and in a bush that too. In a bush, you know, in a bush. Anyway, them do them just live on them. You have to have a way to stop them, man. Put something to stop them, make them stop by a car and make some car or whatever, they run out of gas or something. Them, where you can say them kill people and them rob people, them not take nothing from them, nothing. A matter of fact, they don't want to leave him alone on the scene and gone up the saga and talk and you ask stupidness. Stupidness. And this is another first. This is why I'm up at the crab. I tell them to do these things. These are evil. It could have been your son. Your son could have go up and he might ride it, but somebody give him a drop. And in a country, this not paper, and I sent this. And that's how you deal with people, pick the man. Eh? And I talk about your problem is what them did I do. And you see the people have video them from there, so you know do this. Eh? Me say if somebody come in my house and rob it, I mean knock him off that kind of way, me in a trouble. And it's right under the law. Them breaking laws. That's why we say them for weird. All me need them for do weird the cameras. We need to do this. It needs to stop. Them things I need to stop it wrong. See? And you can't, you know, give around and try ask some question I can write something. Oh, hey, let me tell you something. You want me going to some instant thing. Hold on. Police, you can't. And my father served too, you know. But arms house, you know. Me never just leave. Arms house, them to stop it. Look on this now. This
7:49 a.m. Pineapple Lane,
look on the
Boardwalk,
to the man,
St.
Paddy,
Catherine.
you ask him,
The last
look
time
on
Romario Sterling was seen alive. In this CCTV video, the police are seen talking to the man who was seemingly instructed to kneel. He
Look
was
there.
taken
Look
outside
on
his
this.
premises and then the
Oh,
sound
God,
of a
man.
gunshot. It's unclear how many members of the security forces were at the scene, but we observed them milling around. By this time, Romario Sterling laid lifeless on the ground. The police report on the incident last Thursday stated that the shooting happened at 8:20 p.m.
That's not what happened. They came here in the morning. They had him here. They can see the video. The time span on the video says 7:49. Already had him here with him hand on him head.
7:49 a.m. or p.m.
A.m.
It also stated that the deceased man was shot during a confrontation.
No gunshot no come through the zinc.
Yeah, but them say, no. You don't make a report. The whole of them figure, them get locked up, no. Them get charged, no. How long it's a 2024 people, if you don't clean that, you will never get a better Jamaica. And you have some nasty, filthy more people of do these things. Hey, you know why you for money, you know. Can you see one of them want to do this at a time for them go to prison? Them are the police. Them are criminal that want to kill people. So them going at the force to use the badge and gun now and them can carry out these things. Them can. See? Look, I show you the difference. Make him further go and talk. I show you the difference.
So if him in here, so I shoot after them. Them supposed to stand out the door and shoot after him in here. Right?
The report further said the cops seized a 9mm pistol with a
Yeah,
magazine
no.
containing 8 rounds.
Yeah,
Romario's relatives are incensed.
You pretend the man with him hand on him head. So many are uno. So many man
9mm
pretend
pistol.
one man, you know, and he have him hand on him head. I imagine you stoop him down on his knee. For the evidence is there where we see your hand on him shoulder, push him down on him knee.
Oh, God, man.
Oh my God. And you look at me and tell me, say, I no baby that you kill. No baby that you take a candy from.
Of concern is the police report on the incident. The family is also questioning why their relative was killed in such a manner.
I imagine, you know, you go at the house, and you knock on the door, and you open the door, right? And surrender to you.
A relative who lives where the incident occurred says the lawmen also entered the house using a flashlight because inside is poured.
All right. So this I want to see. Them round that talking, them never know say that it's a camera, same way. No, them not do nothing to this side, you know. So the youth them not value nothing, no go value for vote. And then you angry them like this. You tell me now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, the renegade. Yeah, say. Yeah, man. Joe Blacks. Can't get phone one for buy, man. You know, just pop. Yeah, but them thing hurt me head. Dad, that's a granddad. Them to stop it now. Enough thing we see, you know. Enough thing. Enough of it. Listen. Some of people might turn on their force, but them serve too. So yeah, people run through the force and run through the army too. But them wicked from then and them wicked are now. You can't continue to do the same thing. You want me to show you something now? Look how police operate. Look how police. Them not do nothing to this Snyder, you know. You know, they were them do them kill a case. Yeah. Them kill that case. Let me just show. That one you know, them don't know. So somebody have video them from behind. That's why them no want with them out. So anything them right, the super who send them out, go with it. You can't do this. You want me to show you read police action? Look on this. He might deal with the situation now. Me just talk to him. So I soon get an update on the show before anything else. Let me give you this. It should get an update about that again. Yeah? Can I just talk to him, you know? May I get an update. All right. Look on the police, you know. Look on them head of them police. And look on this. Look on the police.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. I have a couple of issues to speak with you about. The one that we called you about, and we'll talk about that first, but we had a double traffic fatality, and some of you asked about that, so we'll present that information later. With me today is Acting Chief Walker from the Bartow Police Department. Their agency received information from men and women of the police department of inappropriate conduct by a police officer. I can tell you Acting Chief Walker is a professional in every sense of the word, and so were the people that came to him and his supervisors saying, hey, this just doesn't look right. They began looking into the event, and it appeared to them that this event happened outside the city of Bartow, so they did not have investigative jurisdiction. So they notified the sheriff's office. We work with the Bartow Police Department every day, and we're willing to work with them. What we determined is a Bartow police officer had created a relationship with 4 teenagers.
Listen.
They were white females. 2 of them were 18.
Want to listen in Jamaica, me that's showing a school bus. Them man age him around 24, but just this way him do. But them lock him up. Him a police. We not see this at Jamaica. We know about real policing. But here what him do. Just listen.
One of them was 17 and one of them was 16. And during this relationship, we found out that 3 of our victims went to Kathleen High School, 1 went to Auburndale High School. And he took them to his house in Lake Wells. And here's the police officer, Mark Anthony Fernandez. He's 24 years of age. He started his career at the Bartow Police Department, came to the sheriff's office for a short period of time, returned to the Bartow Police Department. And this investigation unfolded. Our detectives learned that he had a video clip that he was sharing, Snapchat video, with people at the police department, and they looked at it and say, hey, these girls look underage. Hey, one of these girls that was 18 was wearing a Bartow police jacket. Well, he was not only videoing these girls in different stages of undress at his apartment, but he was directing one of the juveniles to perform a sex act on the 18-year-old. And she did, and it was recorded. And he shared it with police officers in Bartow. Then, as other videos came to light during our investigations, we had to find out who all the ladies were. We found that there was other incriminating evidence. He was providing them at this party he had at his house, and he picked them up and took them there. Marijuana gummies. That's right. Oh, you remember those marijuana gummies that are only supposed to be for medicinal purposes for people that are very sick? This police officer was providing them to a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, and 2 18-year-olds. Oh, did I tell you he was providing alcohol to them? So they were partying down, taking videos of them vaping cannabis, eating THC gummies, and drinking alcohol, all of which is is illegal under the age of 21. In addition to that, he told one of the 18-year-olds and the 17-year-olds that he gets excited sexually from choking people. So he choked the 18-year-old unconscious. Did you hear what I said? He choked the 18-year-old unconscious. She said that she allowed him to choke her. But he also choked the 17-year-old, and she said, I did not allow him to choke me, and he choked me so much that it scared me. So now we've got him having illicit sexual conduct with 2 children for his personal sexual gratification. He does that after he provides them THC gummies, alcohol, and then he has this recorded on his device and he's sharing it. So he's got a litany of criminal charges coming his way. And then, of course, there's child-related victim crimes. So you can see the long list of criminal charges. He's currently in the county jail. He's refused to resign. So I will let Acting Chief Walker talk to you about what they are doing and their piece of this. But I compliment the chief and his staff for doing the right thing. They immediately began an investigation when they heard of it, and they ultimately turned it over to us when their investigation showed that it occurred outside the city limits of Bartow. Chief?
Thank you.
So you show them I work? That same police I'm lock you up, you know. In a Jamaica, you don't get this. So when them guys call them shoot at you, you don't get nothing. From Google to nothing at all. Him come and pick up some girl 17, 18 to 18, and give them gummy and give them alcohol and things. Them lock him out. They might take him out of the whole thing. They want to know in a Jamaica, they might kill you. And say, oh, it's a shootout. Them just want to use the word, the magic word. Oh, it's a shootout. Him open for him saying 10 police and soldier and all, and him open fire with a handgun. When we don't know where them get that from, and then them return the fire and shoot it. And it depends on where you get the shot, you know. Really, when you do forensic, you got to tell us when you're shooting on the ground. You never stand up when you get the shot. You know, somebody assassinating, eliminating. See? Them not do that. If you continue the same thing where we you know, we know from back in the days, and I know at 2024, you make the police them come giant still I use the same thing. Then you that young you. One of them stand up and make up on him phone. Him no know said video come right up like this, you know. Can no know say the car, but me glad what I do, you know. Everything like this on the video. Just video it. Them thing are evenness, them are push up on the land. Them you come like some blood sucker and some blood test. Them are the police. Market them are criminal with badge and gun. We police serve, protect and reassure. No do that. Me tell anybody that. Yeah? And then you don't think 10 ways before you do it. But you don't have nobody camera, you do these things and I told one of them, you not tell lie and then you have to put a charge on them. And when you put a charge on them, no judge wants to send them go to prison. So if you don't see a video like this, no, you don't say about no, even if them a drive and them never learners. I remember, you know, somebody depend the bike. 2. Yeah? This is not like town, this is a man, there's something and you're not running down, then I figure capture them. This is somebody who we know, so we not take for them bike or take for bike. You know, search a place and search, you know. You lift him up and put it the place clean. The other one stand up there. I mean, I say, even if a man have a gun and he might run for you, you're not supposed to shoot him in back. And you know that because it's not the law. You know it, you know, because I remember we read it, you know about it. You have to be knowledgeable, you know. Yes. So for them password is when I'm shoot over me, I'm shoot back. And return the fire and then this. Me don't know whether I'm going to give with that or whether I'm going to give this. But right away, them to get charged. Them to send go to prison. Get them out of the force. You can't get a better Jamaica. Where you going to do? Wait till on the 30s, the 40s, I'm going to be dead and gone. Them continue the same thing. A country they're not growing, now move. Not moving. You understand? Now move. Saying, the other day them have some shooting. And I think them say the police back up the car. The little teenager them run out, them catch one. Remember the police them have gone enough, but you think them can fight after them? And the youth them just fire and shot and shoot 5 man. 5. Them have 1. And them run out, teenager them run out and gone. But them police them catch him. But I check and say them catch anybody else. Then catch 1. Yeah. Yeah. Them going on the force to the corruption, and then when them do know the real police them leave. And then you take them one into the force for one just do some revenge killing and do some things. And glad say them about the uniform and the foolishness. I mean, I won't warn them about these things. And then continue, leave them, make them do the same thing over and over again. This wrong. And then we are talking, I don't like people ask some stupid question. Because you can't clean up the place by asking stupid question, but you want to know. I know you just see the video I play. You feel like the right stupidness. You think how many times I do? You know my style that. When it's wrong, it's wrong. It's wrong. But if we stop put crap in our head, and when you see wrong, you just call it wrong. You will never, you know, when you're straighten, if you was a lady, you have your daughter, and the rider ride, remember not the pillion now ride. And then him go do this and it happen to your daughter. If the pillion it happen to her own. And you come out blazing. But now when you're a kid, now you come out and chat foolishness. Me know that. Me know that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Right across the board. I don't care. Remember me a super granddad, you know. I don't have no time for the foolishness, you know. I'm in a big friend. But you have to speak truth to power. We say it's wrong, it's wrong. Them video me. Can you imagine? Me want to know what them two you know go say. Or me signal for stop and everything I go stop. Them the signal a vehicle or a bike or something for stop. And them run a car, not sent to the same place. And next car park up, them run right in it and kill this man in the car. And they see the video they too, don't it? Get out of control, kill somebody. Them the down there again I run down and next. Must say a bike and thing and a lady across with them kill she too. The van, the police van get out of control and lick down she and kill she. If something ever taxi I run on them today and not some never run, why you not ES or run down? Just call a back up, no man. Get a license plate if you get the thing. Get license plate with a stop one like you idiot. Stop it. People are cross, you just run over them and crush them. Because trouble, National Security Minister say if you just kill and don't carry them to hospital, just kill. I mean, yes? So them wanna come out with no, you know, nothing at all, no sympathy, nothing. You come to serve, protect, and reassure. That is not serve, protect, and reassure. And phone life never in a danger. You understand? So you don't want to do something for endanger nobody. You're going to take certain action when your life, when the public life or your life in danger. Place cleaning at some bush. You feel say una alone, so I could just kill them. And if you can't plant something more plant it will stop. You understand? When you join in the force, you must uphold the law and fight corruption. Oh, what you say? It's like you want. So when you say when you join the force, you say uphold the law and fight corruption. Then say you're pass if you go home. No, seriously. Call me and tell me about that. No, me not laugh. That's you know, you want a better country. And you continue and you're aided and betting criminal who are bad and going to do this. It's not good. Not until it reach your doorstep. You can make some guy come and just work, do some training for 6 months. And you put them in something like police. When them father did a walk and kill people already, so them have blood on them and we don't know that. Jamaica small. So enough of them want to join the force, so for them put all dirty murder of a morning. And so uncle and some cousin now where them have. Maybe some of them, no, maybe. Some of them are murderer too. But them never get caught. So them going at the force. Where them can continue. Wouldn't you think, man, smart, no man? Eh? Them thing are wrong. It's wrong. You understand? Them wrong. But nobody not face that because what they want to do, you know. For me, I have something more police. I say, well, you might run for police. Anybody can, you know, see people run for police, so you charge them and do wow. But you know, want to do that and beat people at them head and do all kind of things. Man. And the judge fly that way, man. Man, do it, man. You understand? Saying it's wrong. Just see them kill the youth. When you hear anything else come out of it, them say it was shootout and them get gone. No, you have that make it worse that charge him. I should have a man like a sheriff and charge in people them regular. You lock them up. So you send a stronger message. And if you get the force clean, no politician can't ramp with you. Them are the ultimate criminal. But you leave the ultimate criminal and mash up the whole country. Because for them decision, when they make it, it hurts you, your people, them, your wife, your husband, your mother, your father, your granny, your grandkids. It hurts everybody. But them, they want to worship. Eh? It will stop. You understand? Yeah, because if it get dangerous, what you do, you know, you don't want the license plate. I have phone for backup. But them not see it that way. You just say you're in a bush. Hey, them two boys, hey, slap them, mama. All I want you, all right. We know so want to bike, you know. If we catch him in on them, we just give him a ticket and that them I don't know. A country that. See? Then drop off for you just beat him all over the place. The camera catch you, beat him. You knock him off and beat him. The camera trail you from a distance. So we see where I go on. Remember, you know, we not want to pull no firearm. We not see nobody turn on like them a fire nothing. We not see you take up nothing. We see him from the gun, you beat him. You come and you take him up the gun quick. When them lift him up, you can see when them lift him, join by him and Africa, I can go. What country for run, so? Eh? Them not have not name art. I mean, I tell you, we must not put up with these things. When you know, say, you know, going at this is not where you swear or you sign up for. And you allow them will get wickeder by the day. And some of them in there, you know, to take police revenge from the older police them because some of the older police them lock up them father and then gunman brother and some criminal family with them out. So them they even know that. Some of the same police where them supervisor know what come out of the force. That's just an agency. Some of them young when I have them up. I know saying they kill my father, what thing I know some my father on this. Them they even know enough because them they have nothing about them they have nothing about it. So I'm get free more and I move with you and go on with them wickedness and you go on. And then you say I leave by September, November, I must say wait when them come out of the force, me and him. Nah, say nothing to him yet. Coming on my way, I give him a blue and blue. Because I'm going there for revenge. Whether upon the same police force or outside. Yeah, Ratty, yeah, man. No, him, I deal with some doctor thing right now. I'm not saying talk to him just like 6:59. Like 6:59 p.m. I talk to him. Yes. See? You understand? Like 1 minute to say. So I'm just like, give me just a wait man, somebody update with him and everything there, you know? Yes. Not feel yeah good. So you know we're going to wait for some update and everything there. So me I say, yeah man. Where I say fam, you good? You good with there, man. But we just see some police I run down to the youth and you know, all them knock them and deal with them, boy. It hurt me heart. It hurt me. And I said to stop, I'm in a business. And Google to if you not do this, remember you know barely. You see all you say if I get 24 hours, you say if you not do something about them case. Remember, you know, we have some fight for you for truth, you know, because you forgot the egg, you know. Because you know writing yourself, you know. I know you not lock up nobody for the court, but look what you do to the youth then. Look how they make the police do to look with them. We have nearly $4 billion out of coke. You said last year, missing now. 2 years ago. So last year, March, you say, yeah, use younger sign paper for a lot of people. Because remember people from PSOJ and politician coke, you know. Remember me know that, you know. I remember me know say when you put up coke like it's safe and a thief them out, they come by and they clean. We know that too, you know. Yeah? They will not go back. We not collect our next 80 million US worth of coke on our half. We not update the people, them non-tal. You, fix daily, and your colleagues. So Google Gaga run ga hide, they make call me tie run ga hide. That make it even worse. Come and let me go for the hook. You understand? It's bad. It's very bad. You understand? When them come out and do these things, them police are time for hold them accountable. It's wrong. The people look at, let me show you again. Show you this before Mario. Look at. Look at. You saw far the car follow them from. Look. Them now look back. Them are right there now. Somebody left on the back. Get your right off follow them. You know, I'm not gonna know. At the bike, him one. Them want to take the back. Them are trying to kick him out, you know, because them want the bike, you know. Him a put on the right. See there? The one that kick him. See there? Crash. Look how my bike. Him start beating there. You know, see there? See man I go up there. That means I must see my lead blow. See my beat him there. See the other one stand up there now, they're on the back of the bike, you know, not him at the rider. So I beat the rider. See it, and the other one walk now. Look at two of them. See there? Him walk, him not over the pillion. He took up the bike. See it there? So him go back, him still wonder like him might get unconscious.
You coming out?
Look there. Him see that some people have come down now. So this make him come out. These things are wrong.
Come on, come on, come video.
That's some more of them have cameras. Him don't know say that man have video from behind there, you know. They want the bike. Then I sent to this bit. See there? So look at the police where them apart. This look like something I want to know. No. Look on this. He got up on them phone, turn him back against the people there. So it's coming like it's a little crash and no. Look at him going like, look there. Look at him going like him and helping. Look there. That boy are weak, hey, him weak. You see that boy I even tell life on you. Hey, him and the devil power himself, you know. Him all in a balaclava, this little piece of shit, you know. Cause we not see him face, you know, and him them get stripe, you know. You say I'm fix him like him and help him like a something to him, and him and help him. Then I'm go on phone, turn him back. Them look like them in a danger or something. Because them see the people them start come up. But them don't know it video. This say a million words. Them forget charge. Eh? Look on this. Look at see them just lean over. Remember, you know, and I like you take off a back. See them just lean over like not like him and help him. You just the two of them just beat the man. You know exactly where and they. Yes. Them thing around. More like in the lights. You know, so people in the lights now because you wanna beat him to pulp. Beat him to pulp. People them come out. So you beat the other one walk away. Like I don't know. So if you mind shot them report it's an accident. Eh? Want to play it back? Me play it back. See that? See that look?
No, we want one back.
Back where you know. Them one never be
determined. You know, say that.
Them one. See that tell you push him in there. Them try to push him down. Them right out, you know. I want that team like kicking. See that kicking, see that? Him. You see him, brother? Get back. them start beat him same time there.
Correct.
Them not trouble the one from the pillion. Them not trouble the pillion. Them not touch the pillion. Pillion just stand up. And like them want somebody, you grab a one, then one, and the one that them a beat. Them like that. Like them did want.
Alright.
See him come out and lift up him back now. Watch out now. But if it's not him walk, the two of them walk away. The other one, see him walk go back in there. And them straight him out because them see people are come. So them nice now. Them nice.
coming
Take off him out, go on him
Video
phone.
one, maybe night as well.
on the road. Uno video, do not citizen. Come man, come down and video. Come video, man. You can't tap you from video, no? You can't
My
tap
God,
you.
Jamaica can't better like this, you know.
Come take everything.
But them don't know you have a video upon them straight. See? See him walk, remember him not danger, you know, not like you clean or spot or nothing. Not upon the spot, just the bike. The other one stand up, them not talk to him. See them? But when they not show him, them no want him.
Remember the tweet
That's
up.
why they want. See there? He might help him now, look at. For them just beat him, look at turning like, I help him, I help him, look there. Watch it. He might have a balaclava too. See it? Alright, let me tell this man about just call me something. You say if them did want him say something or rob him, rob. Like a police they just turn you over and search and handcuff you, see me and do all kind of things to you, don't it? You never know that. Do not come on my site and ask stupidness. Okay? You know, and you know, handcuff the other one, you know, search him and do nothing. It speak volume. It speak what them do. Them want to buy. Them do evilness. They never have to do what them do. Your life no cause nothing in Jamaica again, you know. Yes, your life no cause nothing. So the pillion, remember, you know, your pillion like in a town, you know, say that grab up the pillion and handcuff him because you make it look like a something I charge it for and me handcuff you, you know, do that. So the pillion stand up right there, you know, touch him. Your back turn to him. Yeah. Yeah, man, you can't, your woman away, you can't shout, man. Shout me. You want to say something? You can't shout, man. No, yeah, man, you can't shout me. Yeah, man. Shout, man. Yes. Saying, these are evil. These are evil. Yeah? This not supposed to go on, yes. You understand? Yeah, man. You're not supposed to go on. So you not touch a pillion. Me not see nothing on the ground this. And like you tell me handcuff your life in a danger and thing, the other one walk and go for the phone. And them are roll him over like them are help him. Them don't know set up on the video, you know. Them don't know. When them say like him are dead, they see them beat him. You don't know. That's all that give him all, and them have them gun down and give him all a yes temple or something. Knock him there mid and yeah, you understand? Yeah. Them things are wrong. We have a fight. Remember, you know, oh, you get with a corrupted politician. Politicians are hard if we do go pick them like this. It's wrong. It's wrong. If over your police are go to prison, you know, fast, you know. Them mad and thing, them have enough money to man. Them come out of the force. Not the next year. You get charged. You get charged. By your same department. Yeah. See? You know, practice them thing here. This need to stop. See? And you come and move innocent. And then you have some people who watch this when they don't understand. You do not question these things. Oh, what them did I do? You have a pillion where them not touch. You have to watch it. You know, I don't want to show these things out in a video, you know, because them not understand, you know. The other day, I show them how people do investigation. Panting, where them they don't understand that. So I see some things that I video when I talk, you know, I don't feel like to talk, you know, when I have to say, listen, this is what them do wrong. What them do wrong. You understand? You can't continue to do things like this. It's wrong. So I have to start with this hurt me heart so till me I say, John, no. Where them get them criminal from, man? Them are not police. They are not. Saying? Remember, call me upon Where you do? Call me straight, come up on my WhatsApp. Come up on my WhatsApp. Yeah. Look here. Come up on my WhatsApp. Woman away. Just call me now, man. WhatsApp. Yeah, bless. Well, my phone for the arc and I call sometime and the pan silent. I'm put it right. I want the front of me. Call you, man. Come up on my WhatsApp. See? Them thing we I reach out to them and we are saying, no, listen, at time for them thing stop. You remember if you serve, who you serve? You serve people from PSOG and the big boys. Can we not serve ghetto people? We not take every ghetto people for criminal and them. And yes, they come from ghetto. You see me, Baba, I'm going to get up. Me not disrespect ghetto people. If you come up with the foolishness, I will leave with your case. Yeah, fam. Yeah, fam.
Yeah, we are manners and blessings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So everything when the police do right is around. And this can go so. By the way, do you know that?
You know, so I don't know, I find out.
Because so one, everything are running down.
Them want the body.
One. Two, you kick when you kick him out of the body. That's wrong again. And if them didn't run on this youth for something, why is it that them hold on for no one and left themselves?
Remember the pin and they have a gun then to shoot them. So you don't make nobody stand up, you don't cover yourself, them not drawing up, them not go beat that one day. I beat him to Paul. And then the pillion. Thank you. So what that you gonna show them because I see the whole video, you know, and I good because you can see it like come see. So when me see the video, we can, you know, we can dissect it and show them the whole of these things. I know them not touch him, you know, them look on him. But in I told me you have a pillion and something, you know, right away the two of them could get gunshot if it was a thing like that. So the man, nobody couldn't tell me no. Yeah, because them gonna be
the one obviously did not beat him. You know, like them have a stripe on his shoulder. So
him have stripe. Yeah, and get stripe for must murder people and do all kind of foolishness. Right, them not them two the other day. The people them call me like just alive when them just tweet. You never said that one day. In our little land.
Yeah, man, this is man.
And the brother call me go and go down there, them change up something out about on my car. Lick them off for the bike.
Right now,
the youth are coming like endangered species, man. Right now, crocodile safer than them in Jamaica. Brother, hold on. Right now, crocodile safer than the youth, them, the ghetto youth, them in Jamaica. From 1971, them say endangered species. I remember crocodile have enough egg, you know. And them have not really, them have call them an A-type predator. And them have nothing for bother them. So crocodile, yeah. Not even beach.
Yo, you think that man. Continue with the program.
All right, sir. Bless. Yeah, man. Herb that are signing the switch in, yeah. Yes. Same. But we are telling you, uno up there, sir. You see things obviously wrong, when you start put up the wrongness. Uno would say when I either the force, now there's some politician and some big piece of shit. Uno stop make them kill to get to you them like this. And just come write lies in a paper. Give them that me a run down somebody, make it video that we see what we wanna do. So you catch what the beat now, you catch what the thing them what them a do. And them can't give no chat. And if them stop the video and them do this and come in with something you charge them. Them forget real charge. For this ever pick them up. I bet them write a different report because them never see this before it come out. You understand? So but you say if you go into the force, say protected and serve, you not get fired. You not get fired. No, but just think about this now. Your own country. The world will be connected by blood by somewhere the other, you know. That's my country, you know. It's smart. Because most of when we don't know the cousin, you're like a great-great-grandmother, you know, like it's a 4 great-grandmothers and grandfathers then. Yeah? You remember them have other great-great-grandkids where you don't even know and 2 of them dead out. Your parents, sometimes your parents are cousin with some different name, you don't know. Whatever connected by one way or the other. We don't reason out nothing. And if you're going to have something for serve and protect, you're not going to go kill people like this and take the ghetto youth them like them and nothing. You anger them like animal. We don't have no. We not remember, you know, remember the health system now, education system now, them come, you know, not now. And the health system are overrun, and then you are put burden upon it because big dirty thinking crap. I tell you, say if you just kill you, look on him. The Chinese descent. Yeah? And I tell you, and you were black too, just and lick up some black youth and I do them this. It's wrong. Hey, my brother.
Hey, man in the wilderness.
I'm here, man. See it
Man, let me tell you, you're the Lone Ranger tonight.
Yeah, man, I know. I just talk about it. So me have a while while it have until you and Marie come in, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
enough thing to deal with, but you know.
Well, I appreciate you doing that, my friend. Yesterday was just a full day. The whole week been full. With me going, visiting different establishments, publicizing it locally because I need the local people to show.
Yeah, you have to do
right?
that, yes.
I can't depend on New York and Florida and all of these other places coming in that I know they'll come and support. But I need the local people to rally around this. So this is what I've been working on. And yesterday, of course, I drove 70 miles. I said, keep saying 70. I drove over 80 miles up to where Rat is.
Yes.
And used his studio. So we did the broadcast for 4 hours. And I drove back home last night, but I had to make some stops. So I've been going the whole time. Today, I just had to do some housekeeping stuff, just to get caught up. And I was out on the road for a while, Sunday traffic. I'm back home now.
Yes.
So that's good. So what's the good word?
Why we just get upset as my command and we just wrote it down before we continue because now I show you a video. And if the police them not charge, them police are for something, Me coming out ease off a bail them, because them corrupted to the max too,
Yeah.
Now you have 2 persons riding on bike. 2 people are riding on a bike. And them one on the bike. The other day, some people call me when them kill 2 youth in a little land and them use a van lick them off. The bike, you see them say they never have no insurance and them lick off the bike. One of them a family member go down there and tell them just speed when they fit. When them go a little land and they say, our police and them go hide the van. You lick them off and you leave them right there for dead. Them do it in a St. Elizabeth the other day, them are running a bike man, lick down a woman killer, it's a Rasta woman, somewhere down there so. Them are running a next man where you look them the van running a car but stand upside where kill the youth. When the vehicle. Why are them doing these things?
Let's start a vicious thing because look, this police chief, when he come into office, you remember what he said to them?
That one I go to, I said,
Well, he replaced Google and he told them in as much, go out and do your jobs, whatever it takes, and I'll back you.
No, then we have to deal with film case.
So,
yeah. Yes.
He has to tell them, follow the law. He can't tell them, go out and do whatever.
I got him to say, follow the law.
Follow the law, yes. But when you start driving and running down people off the road, right? These are deliberate acts.
Yes.
Of assault, right? With a deadly weapon, which is the vehicle, right?
Make us show you one. Make us show you this right now. Look at this. Look at this, man. A good thing like when I tell the people them for video, them start video. Look on the cat, look at now. You saw father my guy family.
Yeah.
Now we want on the back of Fred, you're free.
Them say the one on the back of Fred, right?
You're indeterminate, you know, say
Nah.
Automatic way, bye.
They want to tell the back.
I pitch him down.
They might try to push him off the cab.
Of course, you never said they could have probably talked to them.
Yeah, but I don't know
Alright.
if it's in there. See him pick him off there. Look there,
Well,
see them
I
pick
mean,
him there right away.
did the guy, was there a violation of law?
No, them want the back, so them just kick him off. They want him to stop. You know, maybe him not no.
And then him beating up the guy on the side of the road after that.
Yes, him a beat them a beat him. And you see the pillion, them never look on the pillion. See them what? Them not look on the pillion none at all. Them take up them bike, the two of them back turn to the pillion. So you couldn't go say that pillion as something them do and them dangerous. Because you turn the back to a pillion where they're more of a gun pan him to go shoot you or something.
Yeah.
So them know why them are running down them on the bike. Right?
You coming now?
Look on this.
Yeah, come now.
But that's that's literally highway robbery.
Yes, so them look on this now.
Come on, come
Him
now.
a go on like a help him. Him no know say them video it, you know. Him say people are come down now. So look how I go on like him a help the guy now. The same camera pick them up in a look at. And him have strike. See that one up on him phone, turn him back to the whole crowd. Like, I don't know. You come and turn him out like him and help him. See there? See my straight him foot there? See my straight him foot like I help him and help him. I hold him with one hand. You know, see nothing at all. See there? See there?
And they're the ones that lick him off the bike.
Yeah, look at him start shaking like him at them just beat it.
The problem is you can't even call an ambulance because them don't have an ambulance.
Them call that squad their black ants. See my van balaclava there? See when you call him nobody touch your man. See the pillion there, the pillion stand up. So him a go on like a save him, watch out.
Was that the guy that's right? Was he
that's the
the
one that I read him just beat. But him a go on like him a save him like an him do it. Look on them. Because him no know said video.
Well, them two policemen should be under arrest and sit in jail. They're a threat to the community.
Yes.
Doing stuff like that.
See? Them have got try lift him up now the camera that and them a say man. Tell him and out a stiff up. Them lick him down here, you know.
It wasn't wearing a helmet, I guess.
No, so they pick him off and then beat him.
Lick him off and then beat him.
Him have sympathy. You see the wicked? Eh? That boy you can't trust him enough. Look at them just talk. Oh, let me stop this, because this will get me upset more. Yes. No. You just hold him by hand and foot and dry him and go kill him now, car.
Yeah. It's that is sad, very sad, man. I remember when he gave his speech, the police commissioner, when he took over, and what he said to the policemen. And I say, you know what? He never once said, follow the law. Right? He just tell them go out and do whatever they have to do. Him go and back them. If this is what he meant, then there's a problem. I have a problem with it, and I know you have a problem with it.
I have a great problem, brother.
If this is what was his intent, that they be brutal to the citizens of the country, then there's a problem, and they need to fix that right away. You know, they are that's a criminal act. Those policemen perform.
See, my virgin just say them call them black ants.
Black ants.
Them call them black ants, yes.
Yeah, but their training, there's nobody that gave them that type of training.
No.
Right? Now, I propose that you have motorcycle riders so that they can have access to different areas where criminals will commit crimes and try to get away, right? And where cars can go or a jeep can go. But riding along and you see a motorist like that riding his bike with a pillion seat rider, right? And you're gonna go up and knock him off the bike and then turn around and beat him.
And then when people come down, yeah,
Then you're acting like you're trying to help him.
Yeah, help him. Help him. Turn him on his side, and yeah, we have one hand on him, and then you fix him foot good.
After your thuggish behavior.
If this was a robbery, you know, you'd have pocket, you'd handcuff him.
Yeah.
You know, no, you beat him. It depends on camera, you beat him. You knock him off, you beat him. But them don't know said video. That's what I said. People who have phone video, video.
No, it's good that the video, the whole thing, and that the police have no deniability when they see it. They need to show it.
Stop.
Yeah, they need to show it to that police commissioner and say, "This is on your watch. Yeah. This is what you have endorsed. You never told these men to act accordingly. You told them you'll back them up. Now, let's see if you back these up. Because these are criminals you're dealing with.
Of course.
This is a criminal act. And he needs to take action. He needs to show his men what real policing should be. And it doesn't include this kind of action against citizens. It's ridiculous.
I mean, no, hey, let me tell you something, you know. You say if you not put a stop to this tongue, I get from bad to worse. Because the police them a leave. Then you have trained some youth and take them from the same ghetto and thing. And Mark, you know, if you go check some of them father are gunman. Some of them father police kill them, so them going to the force of revenge. Some of them uncle are the same thing. You understand? Some of them going to the force are really for go, you know, take some revenge. And then them just train for 6 months. And you put them in a police uniform. And then some of them are serial killer for man. Them kill man. You have some soldiers to kill in a war. And them go to a soldier. When you see them in a soldier clothes, you're fighting for them. You know, so them a do this and think a good thing them a do. But you're criminal. Because them criminal with badge and gun. Yes? So them want to catch in some dark spot on them thing. And this is what them do. This is what them, you know, them love. This is just for them thing. And but it's not good for no country.
No, this is not good.
You know? Saying, and then the law back them now. So like them I said that uniform here, give me the power now to do what I want to do. I have the gun, I can't do them things. So if me that go for that man, you know, I can't use the uniform come for him. Get a illegal gun, shoot him. If nobody see what I take him, I have to come with me because I'm a police. And then I go carry him down so I hide him and bury him. Enough man them bury over airport road. Me I tell you this. Enough. Ask the police and sort of them. Them know, enough of them sit down and know me attack and I say, hey, the man the wilderness is easy, man, you are bury at down. Enough man them bury over there. Enough.
But you know, if this is how the police behave when they don't think that they're being watched, you really need Jamaica Eye to be expanded. So that Jamaica Eye pick up this kind of unruly behavior when they're out there. And they can't hide it. Somebody gonna see it on a video and say, hey, what is this? You know? And I want to know what kind of report these two police officers wrote up about the incident. Because if they write up a bunch of lies, they need to be charged for that too. To me, this is assault with a deadly weapon, the motorcycle. This is attempted murder, right? And then if they write up some bogus thing, failure to file a proper report, right? And they need to, if that guy's a corporal, they need to take all his rank from him.
No, don't forget, he got to the force.
Yeah. It's gone. Yeah.
You can't send them out to people, man. They're in danger. It make police work harder, you know.
Yeah.
When people see this, we'll put more trust on the police. At times, I'm going to tell you this, the force can't clean up in our day.
When did this happen?
Because who did it? Because remember, if you follow after the police rules and guidelines, anybody could have your twin and them are police. And for me break the line, get charged, them not do this. If you put some mandatory sentence to if you do this to people, you get 20 years. Them don't do it. So the first one do it, time for you see something like this. No, judge, send him with 20 years, not chatting. We know not chatting with 20 years.
Well, this
Everybody
gives
put up them socks. You have to
Yeah.
serious.
this gives the commissioner that chance. When you give him the chance now to show what discipline should be like when policemen go overboard. I'm sure, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt when he said, "Do what you need to do, and I'll support you." I don't think he intended for them to go out and abuse the law and think that he's going to support them. And I think this is where he needs to draw the line, because this is clearly an act of violence on the part of these police officers. They clearly did not safeguard the welfare of them two citizens on the motorcycle. I don't care who the big guys are, right? And the fact that you can even turn your back to them after you did what you do means that you knew that these guys were out there and there's nothing on them. And you didn't have to safeguard yourself.
You don't safeguard the pillion. You don't touch him. You don't look on the pillion.
Right. I mean, if the pillion had a weapon, he could have shot both of them.
All right. So you know what you have to do. They know what they do. This is straight corruption.
Yep. They knew what they did when they hit him off that bike. Right? And something? It's possible they did it before and get away with it. So they did it again. That's possible.
Yes.
And that's what they need to check out. What is the patrol zone for these two? And did any other accident occur within that patrol zone?
Somebody just said to you, Kimon would say, sir, what he said is exactly what they mean. So them tell the police where him say exactly what he mean. You understand?
You mean the commissioner she talking about?
Google too.
Yeah.
Yes. But you can't have a better Jamaica, You can't get a better Jamaica. That's why I say you can't take them word for it. I better we have cameras. The other day, them kill a young man and say a shootout. A good thing them have the camera in the bulb.
Yeah.
Because him have a man on him head. My God, man, they put him for kneel down, tell him lean down, turn on the back, doing anything, and they carry him on one shot. Then for them report a shootout and them recover a gun. That can be a pass. You see police and soldier with rifle, and you are shoot half of them. And them stand up make you shoot half of them. The shot not go near them, but them return the fire and shoot you. So them fool.
Them concoct a story.
For decades, and still I use it now, this big dirty stinking piece of shit. Hey, more want to the video, the one of them thing, A time for it stop, Yeah. I'm not gonna say them now get charged. Got time for this stop.
Yeah. No, they haven't been charged. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Greetings to Missy Bram Bram and Corrine and all you folks out there saying hi. Ratty's doing much better. I spoke to him today. And he was up and around and went to see the doctor. So we'll know more later on.
Yes, can we talk to him and yes. So we tell him I give him. Before we come out for the show, we just text him back and see what going on.
Okay, good.
Yes. Good. The force it can clean up. And it don't make no sense. Come on, tell you something, You see one and I've seen. Remember, them not own the force. Google Gaga, Google too. And none of them not own the force. It's an agency of the government.
Yeah.
Arbitrate, serve, protect, and reassure. So you are every workplace them have supervisors and these things. But then guy have where the car key fee say them are God and Lord and them thing and Savior and them immortal and it will stop.
Yeah.
You have supervisors that go around and make sure the thing will work and you report to them, but them not and like your boy under them. You and them are do some work. Even if them break a stop light, you for charge them forget kick out of the force. Because them support. Listen, when you're swearing, And you go in and take your oath in. Propel the law. If the commissioner break the law, him to get charged too. Me never even Jamaica commissioner get charged yet. Never yet.
Well, it takes a very bold police officer who's enforcing the law to say to anybody that I saw them stop a retired inspector and they pepper spray him. You remember that?
Yes. Him used to
So-
wrong people bad, you know.
Yeah. So him get some of his own medicine,
Yes.
right? And so now let's see what happens if these guys don't get charged, right?
It's wrong. And then you have some people, you know, like you tell them, so listen me. We don't business or who, right? From it's wrong, it's wrong. You can't go on like police forces a gang. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's a workplace. It's a thing where you serve protect a reaction when you say wrong. If you tell them say it's wrong, and if who forget charged, can't be friend up and all kind of thing. Them thing are wrong. It to stop. It need to stop. You know, you can't get a better Jamaica. Because when them do these things and them cover up, that mean them police up there so them can buy you too. That's why the big boy them have them under them wing. Who never say a big boy got, hey, you think them that say Adam Stewart a ride a bicycle or bike and
do that. No.
them that protect him. You think them that say any one of them from the PSOJ and lick them off a bike, even if them are driving at speed and them stop them from them to say them. You think them are gonna ticket them? One police tried that Pantanquil boss and them throw him in a scrappy. One. Him a real police. Him a one of the him and Ron James. Them near Llewellyn. That's and Llewellyn. That a real police. Cause the man want give him 2 guns and I say, what you do? Bribe me? All right, ticket.
Yep.
Who call him Falls? Carry him up with the other one named Fabs.
Yeah.
And them sentence Fabs and let go Falls and let go the man. Me not tell you, so them not sentence these people. Eh?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are traffic police officers. And it would appear to me that they must have been very idle that day because they sure as hell was following people who weren't breaking the law. Right? And the fact that you could follow somebody that closely and intimidate them by riding up behind them beside them, and I don't know what was being said to them, but you were trying to intimidate citizens who weren't breaking the law. And then finally, when they probably ignore you, you knock them off the bike.
Yeah,
So
the pillion is not a problem. Can we see the pillion straight stand up?
Yeah.
You walk your back, turn to everybody. So that is not a problem, right, sir? You try to save him after you beat him when the people them come down, like Akuno, like them crash and wanna save them. And that me see, you know, it's like you help and turn him and fix him good because you save him. You just beat him. Uno just beat him. But you straight him up and save him like you save him. You know, look on the pillion, none at all. Not even an eye. The pillion stand up one place.
This is a very bad act, and it should not have occurred. I tell you what, do me a favor, Wayne, and send me the video to my WhatsApp.
Okay.
I want to send it to a police psychologist.
Yes.
And see if we can get her to comment on it.
Yeah, but it's really bad, man. Them really nasty. You know?
No, that should not be happening, man.
Yeah, man.
It should not be happening.
This have to stop in a Jamaica now. This.
Well, but now that it happened, then you need Dr. Chang to comment, as well as the somebody in the DPP's office to say what they're going to do about it. Because to me, it's a prosecutable offense. And they need to charge them.
You
know,
need to get charged. Next thing now, I could just I mean, you send that, me just send something to you.
Yeah.
Next thing with the power head where me I talk to them from around yesterday or day before.
Mm-hmm.
I play Dr. Golden, you see?
Yeah.
This is before we have food for the poor. And any one of these things. I remember Jamaica was, a part of the, Jamaican people. They was part of the British subject before independence 62. And watch this video and then I'll say something to you. Just watch this, man. Look on this.
John Golding. Born in London, England on April 15, 1921, Sir John Simon Rawson Golding was a man who passionately served the disabled in Jamaica. He treated not only broken bones but broken hearts and spirits, and treated everyone with importance to raise their self-esteem. He pursued medicine at Middlesex Hospital in London and qualified as a medical doctor in 1944. Although his career was going remarkably well, Sir John ventured to Jamaica, just hoping for a change. He became a senior lecturer at the University College of the West Indies, where he also specialized in medical ethics and established the School of Physical Therapy. During his first 6 months on the island, there was a polio epidemic that left about 1,500 persons severely paralyzed. Sir John established a polio rehabilitation center. His mission was to rehabilitate persons back into a meaningful role into the society.
He was one of the very few people in Jamaica who had any experience at all of working with polio, because we'd never had an outbreak here.
He also opened a hospice for the terminally ill, where they would be taken care of free of charge.
Somehow or other, he derived great fulfillment, probably would be a good word, from that work. It was a place where people could come to and be dealt with and then leave. It wasn't residential, but he used to go to the homes of people to see them.
For his outstanding work in polio rehabilitation and tropical orthopedics, he was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire in 1959. One of Sir John's other accomplishments was the creation of the Polio Games in 1966 for polio patients. This eventually led to the establishment of the Special Olympics. For his unselfish, lifelong service to society and humanity, he was awarded the Order of Jamaica in 1974. In 1984, he was awarded the LLD Honoris Causa from the University of Toronto, Canada. In 1986, he was knighted by Her Majesty the Queen of England.
All right. So Sir John Gordon, Professor Gordon,
you're right.
He might the same one now. Come a Jamaican, because back when he come to Jamaica, but Jamaica was a part of British Empire. Right? So they never have a independence.
Was he born in Jamaica too?
No, him gonna born in Jamaica, but when him turned a doctor in 1944, from 53, him come to Jamaica and set up all these things.
Yeah.
Do everything for Jamaica like that and do all these great things. Me send some other things to you. No, I'm not going father that,
Right.
And then teach a lot of the doctors, them who are teach doctors right now. So same thing live on. Yeah? The centers live on. Take care of all these, what we call, what we call handicaps. Find things fit one of them. Do a lot of things. Okay, you call them modern day hero. Come set some things. Because remember when you go over in a 62, everybody else thinks of them go over. So and him die in a Jamaica, buried in a Jamaica. And him them make the first half and a thing under the bus and I call him slave master, A man like this them I call slave master. Tell me something, which other man, even all in them politics, who do him do? Because him do it have a female. Which one of them you can show me themselves and you only same parents or any one of them? But call up a man name like that. You see them have the respect in the name of politics.
It's dangerous people, man.
In the name of politics. Why you call a man name like that? Tell me something now. I mean, I ask them, if any one of them, Andrew only said the Prime Minister, I want to see you go and want to rehab now because it's still dead after 70 years. Why you go up there and take 10 of these disabled people and put them in your house to live and take care of them? 10. I don't think them that take one. Because right now Jamaica full of street kids where them not taking them home. Them won't even take one street kid out of the home and put them home and adapt them. Eh? But yet still, you call a man the back of massa. And a man they do more than Funa people combined to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Eh? Them very out of man.
No, you see, the nastiness that they're going with is to discredit other people and make you think that those people are nasty like them. But that discrediting needs to stop. Because we have a lot of people who did a lot of good things for Jamaica.
Yes.
And they weren't born in Jamaica. But they come to love the island and love the people.
And them do more for that.
Yeah. Collectively,
Yes.
yeah.
More. Yeah. Him do, remember in the first orthopedic surgeon. And him do all of that. Do it free, help these people when nobody knows that look man. Poor and desolate. And then you turn now and play but Bacco Mass and Mark Wooden come from Bacco Mass and Massa Mark. And even Nigel Clark, female wife must come from Sri Lanka, you know? Not from Jamaica. That means he must have people to go over there. You understand? See?
Right.
But this is how them out of order in them place. You have to straighten them up. Now, when you question Jamaica, you know, right now I get gunshot and you mash up and things. Tell me where you end up. After the hospital look boy, you can not keep you, you know, up a more area. If you try to put it back on your foot. You see the internet, you see the Paralympic game with them have. And him started, you know. Him started. So them man get up and do so much thing. They wanna hope. That school there, the Hope School. The disabled. I'm started too.
I'm start all of that.
Everything there, so him do it. See some things with him there. You can read some of the things them with him. Look at some of them. So we just send them to you.
All right. Yeah, I see some of these. The Paralympics.
Yes.
He was at the polio center too, right? Working on polio.
Him deal with it. I'm set it up. I'm deal with it. I'm deal with the Kendall crash too.
Yeah.
Yes. See? So you tell a man like this now, and they just still them and millions them in their rob taxpayers' money. Eh? And I build big house and I do all kind of little things, and then you come call a man like this and I come mix up him name in a foolishness. Them not have no respect. Them don't. Them need to stop that. Every one of them come up, watch them, you know. And you have to come out to them and straighten them out, you know. You see much thing, you see the long list?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, them measure up to a man like this. Eh? Jamaica can't pay to a man like this.
Well, they don't have the integrity, they don't have the determination, and they don't have the desire to serve their fellow citizens. They don't. Right? They have a desire to make money any way they can. Off the backs of their fellow citizens.
You ready for me? Scroll down and read achievement. Just read out achievement. Scroll it down and read out some of the achievements. I will give the people them some of the achievement. Just scroll down to the bottom before you reach your first picture. You see achievement. Yes. Before you reach that achievement.
You're talking about the April 15th, 1921?
No, yeah, come down more. Come down. Scroll up to achievement before you reach the first picture. After April 15, just scroll up and you reach down to the bottom, it mark achievement.
Achievement. Let me just.
All right, so Your part,
of
Sir
the
John.
achievement.
Yes. Read some of that. Yes.
ABC Orthopedic Traveling Fellowship, Humanitarian Lecturer in Orthopedics, Royal College of Surgeons, OBE, Order of the British Empire, Commander of the Order of Distinction, Order of Jamaica, the Imperial Society of Knights Bachelor, Doctor of Laws, University of Toronto, Gold Musgrave Medal, co-founder of the Mona Rehab Center, co-founder of Hope Valley Experimental School, co-founder Monex Limited, employing the disabled in wood handicrafts, co-founder United Way Pain Center Hospice, Law Street, co-founder Teleton Work Center, co-founder of Coconut Park Amusement Park, co-founder and vice chairman of the Golden Age Home. Is that the one that burned down?
I forgot to ask them, yes. Now ask.
Yeah. Chairman of the Road Safety Council, president of the Jamaican Orthopedic Association, founder of Association of General Surgeons, chairman of Commonwealth Caribbean Medical Research Council, co-founder of the Cheshire Village, Jamaica, author of numerous medical publications, author of Ascent to Mona, A History of Jamaican Medical Care, chairman of the School of Physiotherapy, UWI, board member of Mustard Seed, board member of Foundation for International Self-Help, Jamaica, Justice of the Peace, professor emeritus, University of West Indies, and Robert Jones Medal, British Orthopedics Association, Polytechnical Committee, Polio Foundation Trust, Jamaica Paraplegic Association, Jamaica Sports and Social Club. Yeah, well, he's well accomplished. Huh?
Yeah, okay, good. So it's so much, yeah, you never know the amount of things this man stay and do there, right? And you take this man, I call him Stave Master. Remember them you know some cabinet minister was supposed to know better and know the mystery. You can't believe that?
I can't believe some unbelievable things about these people. Things they say and the things they do. And you know, the people of Jamaica can't make their nastiness influence them one way or another because they're just being nasty. They're being nasty and they don't intend to live up to any standard. I've yet to see a job standard that the Prime Minister had given them that they're living up to. He said he was going to do it, but I don't know. Have you seen one?
No.
So then continue with the nastiness then. They continue with nasty stuff.
When you look, I'm going to say something else to you again. You remember the other day when I put up something when them say about some 18 and a half years. I put up something and then Bug Life come up and him say this to me. Bug Life. Look at this. Bug Life. I'm going to play back this. This is how about Bug Life come out and say. See me?
Yeah.
Look where them put me up here, son. Look what them say.
What would teach us something? Legacy where
I'm very happy that this creator has put up this thing to articulate in very clear form, better than I could have ever done, the legacy of the People's National Party. A legacy of corruption, a legacy of destruction, a legacy of high debt, and a legacy of poverty. I said it before. Under the PNP, we had the highest poverty rate in Jamaica. And
I'm not going to say no. Right now, people they can't even buy a toothpaste, as I said before. But anyway, just run it. Just run it.
No one has been able to challenge my reasoning.
Yeah,
under the PNP, we had the most corruption. I can name some of them. NHDC, Operation Pride.
Operation Pride was no corruption. One thing with one man, because they get too much must say 50,000 land title and whatever. Okay. Just go ahead.
WMA. And I can just
MSWMA where them just slap down and just move with them where the amount of money they have. But what hear this now?
go on and on and on and on. Out of many.
Okay, so me stuck for out of many now. Come move him, come off, move fast, move ugly. Okay. Say the government make NHT by out of many for 230 million. Right, 230 million. Now, Andrew and him minions come with a PR, come with a PR and say, out of many, that a scandal, and talk about a thing. Now you get over 200 odd acre. Must say more than 200 and enough acre, 200 odd acre, right? Even if it was 230 acre, and you buy it for 230 million, how much an acre that you get it for herb? $1 million acre.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, you get building, you get the whole thing on it, you know, but we could have cleared it off and take the land because a NHT buy it. It's not with taxpayers' money where them just collect. It's a money where my father, my granny, and my mother, and me, chew and we don't get back from NHT. NHT have the money. Them have the land same way. Now, for $1 million for your acre land in a sentence away, that's be a nice buy. So the land, the value of the land now would have gone up. So NHT will not lose the money.
Right.
Okay. Inside that a corruption, you know, and scandal. But look on this now. Them take 440 million, give them friend from TAJ. For place where them not, I know they not deliver to them yet. So have them appearing. The money they gone. That is more, that is double the money where you pay for out of money and you have the land. You have the whole out of money. Tell me now where you talk about corruption. You're not giving a friend nearly $500 billion free. We don't occupy a building. Eh? You tell me now. Yes, sister. Eh? You tell me now. Sister.
Respect, my brother. How are you doing? Sir Herb, the great leader.
Hi,
the
Maria.
fearless
What
one.
can I say?
My apologies and blessed evening to everybody and to everybody in the chat. Much respect. Renegade when afraid. I like that blue. That's a nice blue. Yeah, that is a nice blue.
Renegade. You see them?
Yeah.
You see the renegade. The renegade, you know.
Yeah.
So that man when afraid, man. The renegade when afraid. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You need one that's a herb tea.
No.
I guess I'm gonna have to go up to Canada and collect that one.
I'm the way up to Earth tea, man. See? Yes. Maria, me just play a bug line. You remember when them talk about out of money, the 230 million we spend, right? And them saying that you know, scandal and you remember out of money and corruption, right? 230 million. So if you have 230 acre land, that means like a $1 million acre, right? 1 million. No, it's gone maybe 10 times up because the land still there plus the building. I remember NHT buy it, you know, and the man themselves PMP and corruption. Okay. No, you still have the land, NHT still have the land and still have out of money. I don't know what they do with it, but I know said value more than that. You can't get out. You could have paid 1 acre land for $1 million. That is a great. Not true.
A lot of people would have land.
Good. Okay. But look on this now. So them not lose the money. But the government take 450 million, give them friend in a Manchester. So them are in place. And I know, remember the money they got, you know, because you know occupy the place yet. That is 2 times the money for the out of many land, you know. 2 times the money. And then they want to use $1 billion now for put in the little counter.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah? Not total corruption and criminality that Herb and Maria.
Yep.
Eh? No only that. Then you have Malawi mattress. She pay 54 million per year for something where she not going in yet neither. One the office saw. Some up in a New Kingston. She pay 4.5 million a month. They not occupy that neither yet, you know. Then them have done. from St. Mary, when them get 23 million for a building where them not occupying either yet, you know. And them are going to spend the next 30 million now, so them are put in the little counter. You tell me about corruption and chopping money now. Out of many land still there the earth. But then people call that corruption and run out and say the most corrupted and the party before them. But look where the money gone. That make any sense to your herb? What do you mean corruption lies, herb?
Look, they have to make things up to make it seem like the PNP is stealing at the same rate that they are stealing. So they make things up. They're gonna keep doing that because they have to throw suspicion all over the other side, all over the opposition. But they can't. People are seeing with their own two eyes. They're seeing the violence. They're seeing the wanton killing. They're seeing the state of emergency that's not working, and that in fact it's illegal. Everything that people are seeing, people won't change because they understand what's going on. But you're gonna have them lie anyway, right? They'll tell one lie after the next, and the only people who choose to believe the lies they're telling are people who can't read and can't check it out. And they have a choice to make, is either believe it or not.
Yes. So either believe it or not.
You know,
Yeah?
it's a damn shame.
Yes.
I cannot figure out why educated people, some of the most educated people, especially when you're looking at somebody like Clark, right? And some of the others who are medical doctors or lawyers or what have you, and they play along with this mess because they're playing with the heads of the Jamaican people. They think the Jamaican people, they believe the Jamaican people to be stupid why they do something like that. So how do you get them to stop doing this? Wake up and fly right, as them say.
Yes, that's what we do. We do a thing named fact check.
Yeah.
In time them come and just all right. Is the next thing this what me worry about, you know, I'm gonna talk to Mary about it. When them come out and say, PJ Patterson, him rob money, but tell me what, him get crashed, mash up in a car. Me not see him fly out gone away. Me not see him have no big house. Me not see him build nothing. Me not see him have nothing else. And he was a big liar there. And me see him live him humble life. You have some people come and say, he might place over there, but we not see it when we check it. That don't make no sense to me neither. But me see Andrew big house. And me see the 800 million with them a bill. And me see see Petrojam get robbed. So me don't know how them say PJ do this. But yes, still me not see the money and nothing to match it. That don't make no sense to me neither. Them to stop that thing. So them and Andrew and the minion like spread this propaganda. That don't make no sense. So Maria, we just talk about the outer money, right? Remember, Jamaica lose the money at all, you know, in our outer money, you know. Right now, the land value more than that, maybe at 5 or 10 times the money weight value. So NHT never lose the money, them still have the land and still have the place. But the 450 million that gone in Amari, we not forget about that, you know. So the money that we them pay for rent instead of buy a place with it. Yeah? You have over 200 acres. Them now have one, but them give them friend 450 million, nearly $500 million free.
But what
and
about
$1 billion? And them and right now, Malo mattress, she get an next friend 54 million per year. The place where she not occupy yet. Plus, don't I get too much million. So these people are talking about corruption and them live in front of your faces that chat. Hey, them forgot prison in Maria. We have to talk about that. Yeah.
But when you know something, you're listing off you're itemizing the corruption that is happening. But we just we need to look at the head of the stream and simply look at Andrew Holness. And we will forever talk about the fact that Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of the country, right? He has said that, we always have to draw the parallel to what happened with Richard Azan and Andrew Holness. Richard Azan built 6 stalls in, I think it was in Spalding, for members of his constituency. It wasn't about PNP or JLP who needed these facilities. And Andrew Holness called it a dark day, and the Prime Minister can't fire him, and he cannot sit in a parliament with a person who did something because the system was slow to work for the people. So he did something to work on behalf of the people, and it was considered a dark day. And here you have a Prime Minister, 3 years going, and his statutory declarations cannot be certified. And there's nobody talking about it, and this is only on social media. Nobody is saying, but Andrew Holness, are you even serious? This is a dark day. Because the fact that your statutory declarations cannot be certified, Jamaican people, it simply means what he earns and what he has does not match, which means what he earns could not have given him what he has. It's as simple as that. So he has to give an accounting for how he acquired all those things, all that wealth. And he's unable to give an accounting for that. So how then can they be talking about corruption when the head of their stream, the head of their party, the head of the country, the Prime Minister, cannot verify his statutory declarations 3 years running? And that is acceptable behavior? Then you have his wife with an $800 million project. How is that being funded? And nobody must say anything. Then all the other allegations about who own trucks from who don't own trucks, and who own company that bring in parts for the trucks and all of that, all of those things. And we're talking about something that happened years ago. No, we need to talk about right now and what is in front of us. What is in front of us is a Prime Minister who has questionable character, who has no integrity, who doesn't have any moral ground on which to stand to hold anybody accountable. So when he comes out, and when anybody in that party comes out and talks about corruption, they really need to take a serious look at themselves, because they're just projecting. They're just projecting. But I cannot move on to other things and talk about other things without first addressing the Prime Minister. And unless and until the Prime Minister is addressed and he comes out and explain why it is for 3 years, and to tell the Jamaican people why is he qualified to run as a Prime Minister, why is he qualified to still be there as a Prime Minister, given all these question marks by his name. Doesn't he realize that it is untenable and it is incurable for him to be there as a leader? It is. Doesn't he realize that this is a dark day for the country, that a person can sit there? And here's the funny thing. No, that isn't funny, this is a sad thing. If this was Mark Golding, whose statutory declarations could not be certified 3 years running, Andrew Holness would have to peel his ass off the roof the way he would be behaving and saying how it is, and all the radio stations and all those mouthpiece out there, Big Mama and TVJ and CVM, would be out there saying, but is this the leader you want? Is this the person you want to represent you, whose statutory declarations cannot be certified 3 years running? They would be saying that. So why does it not apply to this Prime Minister? Why can't the same standard that you want to hold Mark Golding to, why does it not apply to Andrew Holness? Why? And stop grabbing after low-hanging fruit. They're only reaching for low-hanging fruit when the issues of the day are more severe than the low-hanging fruit that they're talking about. Because you are just naming out all the corruption of the JLP. And it's the country that is the party that is in power right now. We cannot be reaching back for other people. We've been talking about now. They're saying nobody must reach back and look into Andrew Holness's past. When he was Minister of Education, when he was Member of Parliament. Yes, you have to, because he's Prime Minister, and based on his behavior, you have to do a history of a pattern of behavior that has gotten him here. How did he come to this place? Oh, because he wasn't held accountable. Look at all the things that happened at the Ministry of Education while he was minister. Why has it not been fully ventilated? It hasn't been ventilated. And why is it acceptable that is not being ventilated? And all people can be talking about is something that is legal. So here you have a prime minister who knocks a man for doing the right thing via the constitution, but he hogs up. As a matter of fact, he violates the constitution, and he embraces the people who violate the constitution along with him and do every manner of evil that is wrong. When are we going to realize that we cannot lose focus and be part of the distraction? So whatever it is Bug Life is talking about corruption, look in the mirror, look at your leader. Why can't your leader hold you accountable? Why can't your leader do a serious cabinet reshuffle and put people in the places that they're supposed to be? Because they will curse him out. Because they know where his bones are buried, and he knows where their bones are buried. So nobody can hold anybody accountable. So it's just a circle of corruption that is going on. And as we have said before, we, we have to address the system of corruption that allows this to go on year in, year out and goes unchecked. $1.7 trillion missing, Wayne and Sir Herb. And
Yeah.
the Prime Minister has not said, oh, we need to go to Parliament and say, we need to launch an investigation into these three ministries to find out what happened, where did this money go, and how it can be recouped. Nothing, nada. It's like it's $10 that was lost in the candy store. And if a man have a candy store and lose $10, he's going to wonder why he lost the $10, because that $10 can become 20, become 30 before you know it, he doesn't have a business. No, $1.7 trillion
Mhm.
lost. And Andrew Warner's administration is saying nothing to see here. You're paying $450 million for rent for an unoccupied space. Nothing to see here. And then you're going to tell the Jamaican people, oh, to retrofit this space is going to cost almost $1 billion. Yet they don't have good hospitals. Schools are broken. Police need uniform. And you hear that they need what, $2 billion to buy uniform and equipment for them. The roads, the infrastructure is bad, and on and on and on. Because we have a government where to hold them accountable who do not believe is a problem, and they do not believe in transparency and good governance. We are at a crossroads in Jamaica's um, history, politically and otherwise, that we have to ask the question: does anybody care? Does anybody care? And if you care, why are you not speaking up and speaking out and holding the Prime Minister's feet to the fire? Because the way they're raking Mark Golding over the coal is how they should be handling Andrew Holness. Because Andrew Holness is the problem. Mark Golding is not the problem. Andrew Holness is the issue right now. The Jamaica Labour Party government is the problem as we speak. As we speak. Because all you can hear, and the thing is, this is a government that will get up and tell you that we spend the most money on this, but you don't see the results on the ground. So where did you spend it? Where did you spend it? And nobody must ask the question. And when you ask the question, you're told, oh, there's more corruption under PNP, and everybody's talking about the corruption in jail because it's so brazen and in your face. Who don't own gas station, have rice factory, doing all kinds of things. Yes, they can say they spend the most money. Clearly, they have it. But why is it not seen on the ground? Why are the people not feeling that? Andrew only said, oh no, it's 2 years before you can feel it on the ground. What kind of rubbish is that? Why are they not feeling it? Why, when they get money from the United States, from England, from Japan, from China to invest in the young people, why are the young people not feeling it on the ground? Why are a person must graduate from university or from any college, and the first job they must get is in a call center, and the Prime Minister justifies why that job must be the first job must be in the call center? Send his children to work in the call centers. And we mustn't speak about these things. We cannot be making an issue out of something that is right, Sir Wayne and Herb.
Yep.
We cannot be doing that. Let's talk about the issues in front of us. And when there's protest, you hear that people are damaging Brand Jamaica. Corruption is damaging Brand Jamaica. That is what is damaging Brand Jamaica.
That's what they don't understand. They don't understand how bad the corruption is. when they do things like this, right? They lie so much that it's become acceptable, right? And people who believe the lie, they act as if we are being offensive when we challenge this. And you cannot back down when you hear these people lying, because you have to challenge it. And you have to tell your fellow Jamaicans, look, that's nonsense. Start using your head, start thinking, and put 1 and 1 together and get 11, not getting 2 and 3. Because these people, their math is different. And you've heard them and their math answers and questions. They
As
totally.
as our brother Rattigan would say, 2 times 9 equals 13.
Yeah.
Not my word. Not your word.
Yeah.
Word for them word.
Right out of the horse's mouth, so to speak. Yeah. Oh,
Not our word.
These
But
people
you see,
don't care less.
let me tell you something in urban Maria. You see what them not understand with me, you see? And this is what I expect from them. You see, when them come and talk about corruption and them name out people and everything, and then if you say you know better, it's like this. From 1984, me not drink chocolate, me not eat nothing named chocolate, you know.
Yeah.
From 1992, me not eat ackee, you know. I used to love ackee, you know. Ackee, me go a country, go to Santa Massa, me don't do anything. And me just make them pick some ackee and cook it now. You know, the cheese pan them, and me not have to fry it up, and me just feel and me just love ackee. And ackee mash me up. So me not eat ackee again. From 92, how much years that? That sound like some 32 years. Right?
Yeah.
84, me not drink chocolate, me not eat chocolate, but me not eat nothing with chocolate from it make me choke. You know, go get the thing. See? So you deal with set things by example. Them man talk about corruption, and when you look, them come and scrape and grab and them thing. You think me not understand these things? If me look out against something, me cannot say, hey, me not like pedophile, but my name I mix up with pedophilia in a pedophilia business. I mean, I say, hey, me not go kill them and a spark. You can't come mix me up with them kind of little things there. No guy can come tell you, see me a pose on a back road. Go talk to Big Mama who around there. Because them talk about themselves. Let me a driver take a shortcut pan a road. But you can't come say you see me in some place where me not there. I know my style. That me I gotta tell some lie for me. That's why me, from back in the 80s, my thing I'm documented. So when me not thing, me not do it. And I'm my style. But them now come and talk about something. They talk about out of money, 230 million, and then take it turn in a corruption, saga and chatting. But yesterday give a 450 million just now.
But Wayne, what happened to the $650 million that they gave to their friend?
And he make money and fight. The bank couldn't let that money.
Exactly.
And then I must say, I give them back. And them do a non-disclosure. So you can't know why if him really pay it back or what have you. I'm friend enough, because him that build some place down in a Andrew place, see some little apartments, we try to catch the people and them things. We know everything about that guy. So you give him money if you go start up back something. I ended up go tell them thing. They nearly at that. Saying, and nobody not say nothing and then it just lock off. Lock off. The other day, we see them have SSL. I remember, you know, the government supposed to pay a company from England to come do the auditing, from US. So how is it that the judge take that company and put it back in the SSL? Figure wind it up. So who pay these people who are going, you know, say I be a shit them at way. The people that get paid and they deb out. Where was the because it coming like with the FBI because you couldn't put it back in the SSL on. Remember Elijah Clark, like, you know, him tell me say the FBI they done work and them well advanced, you know. I don't have the proof of that. The man don't come talk to we are not all. This is how them lie. We cannot afford to make them get away with these lies. We know enough friend thing with them. Them two lies, sister and brother. Them two lie. Them two thief. Them a pat cat. Hold them accountable.
But Wayne, remember in April, I think it was according to the Gleaner, I think it was April 10, the Gleaner report from April 10 about an update to the budget. Because some law that it should not have been some expenditure thing that which should not have been done that way. But I don't remember the exact language of it because I wrote it down somewhere. What is the update on that? Where do we stand with that
Alright,
right now? There's nothing
so
coming
you
out
know,
of the minister. Nothing.
because him not talk. You know, and then remember say the budget, the last year budget, it shortfall. Them have some shortfall out of that, you know, over some $20 billion. So that set back a lot of things. So when they say I do this and do that, and they promise. Remember the three sister market and the one bag of promise billion dollar this and that. They can't fulfill them, you know. Or them are fulfill them. But this about and the prime minister come out and come repeat the same thing again. Me can play crab until they say him have about the eyes them working. That about from 2019, 2020. Any eye work right now? The other day they matter about camera. Him say the camera, him have camera. And them a try. The camera them out there, no. When you and James come and say them have nobody, them have the bulletproof vest and thing, then got the crew and them do all kind of things. Right? No, them a say them about 8,000 vests. That means the man did not tell the truth. The man did not say them they have good uniform. The man that said the thing them brought down. Them say them spend the most money. Them repair the most hospital, them repair the most police station, them build the most this. But yes, still the one of the police station man repair now. Or you could have spent something 2 years or 1 year ago and 3 years ago. And now it want repair again. That
But you see, Wayne, but you see how Chairman James has been vindicated though. The very thing that he was standing up for and defending for his people is that which he was thrown on the scrap heap for. And it turns out he was right all along.
Well,
So now how does go ahead, sir.
He knew, look, when you know the nature of people who don't mean his membership well and are determined to put their own people down there to run things the way they want it run, to lie to membership, deceive membership, right? He knows this. And this is what he was standing up for, his members. Now, they are putting in people that they want to go in. And he has somebody there that he's advising as to what to do. The members should do the right thing and vote for that person that he's backing, because they're going to keep him out as long as they can until the courts rule different. And then we're going to see what happens when the court rules, because they defy the court. Just like they define the court with the DPP now. These people are not following the rule of law. They are outlaws. And that's why somebody need to go to jail for them to get the message. You know? And that somebody should be the fearless leader, lying on his declarations. If he goes to jail, yeah. Go ahead.
But you said something about these people are breaking the law. They are the ones who are talking about reforming the constitution. And when you look at the report that they put out, all you have to do is instead of putting president's name, they just put Andrew Holness, because the report that we have right now from the Constitutional Reform Committee is it is basically how Andrew Holness is behaving right now. That is what it is. It's Andrew Holness's playbook. And I would say to the Jamaican people, wake up. This is not about you. There's nothing in this constitution that's about you. All Andrew Holness is trying to do is to cement his power and give himself the right to pressure you some more, to put poison upon you some more, take away your rights and the rights of your children for generations to come. Because if this was about the Jamaican people, Wayne and Sir Herb, the first few pages would have been about the Charter of Rights and the rights of Jamaicans and how to hold the government accountable. There's nothing in there about that. Everything is in there about how to protect Andrew Holness and his corrupt gang. That's all that is there. It is rubbish. And anybody who says otherwise is disingenuous and does not mean the Jamaican people well. Nothing in there is about the Jamaican people. Absolutely nothing. Okay, Andrew is violating the Constitution. He has violated the Constitution from he was opposition leader. He's doing it right now in front of our faces. And if the CRC report, it says, oh, he can choose, the prime minister can choose a president.
Yeah.
Consult with the opposition, quote unquote, consult with the opposition. But if the opposition don't agree, well, he'll use his absolute majority and put somebody in anyway. Is that how democracy is supposed to work? No.
Nope.
Yes, and I did listen to PJ's speech earlier in the week, and you're supposed to work together until you come to a conclusion. So basically, in this report, the opposition is obsolete. So you look at it and you see where Andrew is basically saying to telling Jamaican people he will be prime minister till become president, and nobody can move him, and the opposition, which is Mark Gunning, will have no say. That is what this report says in a nutshell. That's literally what it says in a nutshell. And you are supposed to take this person serious, this person who cannot have his statutory declaration certified. We're supposed to take him serious and to take his word about constitutional reform when he has been violating the rights of the Jamaican people time and time again. Why do you think so many young people became multimillionaires of the taxpayers' dollar? Because of the illegal SOEs. Right? And this is the person that must be trusted with your rights. You better wake up and stop selling your votes for $5,000 and a can of mackerel and a pound of chicken back, because you're losing your rights and your children's rights for generations to come. Because when they say something is going to come in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, that phase may never come. You're reforming the Constitution, do it one shot. But you who have violated the Constitution so many times does not have the right to reform that which you have been violating. So he needs to take a back seat on this, because he has questionable character and he's not fit for the office he's in, and his tenure is incurable and untenable, using his own words. Because what he was talking about that's being uncurable and untenable is constitutional. So it tells you that he has no respect for the Constitution, as he has shown in the past. So we need to wake up. Time and time again. So what else does he have to do, Sir Herb? What else does Andrew have to do? What else must he show the Jamaican people for them to realize that, you know what, he really don't care about it, He doesn't. And all this more money they spend and more money they spend, nobody can see it on the ground. We would like an accounting for the $1.7 trillion that could have outfitted every hospital. Yes, but it could have outfitted every hospital. Yes, it could have outfitted every hospital with MRI machines, CT scans, dialysis machines. They could have built how many new hospitals with that $1.7 trillion? You know how many schools could be upgraded and made into STEAM schools? You don't have to build new schools. You can upgrade what you have. You know how many police stations could be outfitted and uniform? You know how the country could be better if that $1.7 trillion actually went into for the purposes it was allocated. It's lost and never to it. No, there's no accounting, and nobody seems to care to ask the question of the finance minister, because it falls squarely on his shoulder, as it does the prime minister, to say, when is there going to be an investigation as to where all this money went? The parliament should do that. There should be an investigation into that. You need to haul all those heads of ministries and agencies before the parliament to say, we need an accounting, and let the chips fall where they may. Because if you don't do that, you will always have this system of corruption that these people just live off the backs of taxpayers, and all they do is punish them and punish them and punish them, lock up their children and tell them that, oh, you can't do anything to the president, because you cannot prosecute him, you can do nothing to him, but he has a right to punish you. People need to wake up. And another thing, Jamaica, I saw this thing about a poll. There's only one constitution. There's not a new constitution in Jamaica, okay? And for the constitution that is right now in a legal document, any Commonwealth citizen can become leader of the country. Anybody. You don't vote for the prime minister, you know. That's what you need to understand. And even Matthew Samuda, who was born in England, can become prime minister. And the reason I'm not going to beat upon Matthew Samuda did nothing wrong. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But because it is in the public space, I'm addressing it. But there's no there. And on top of that, Mark Gunn is a born Jamaican. So we don't need to be having this conversation. The conversation we need to be having is, when will there be an investigation into the $1.7 trillion that has been unaccounted for? The Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, and the Office of the Prime Minister. Three crucial ministries.
Maria,
Yes.
Maria, don't move from the poll. Which one I pull you at? The poll that we are talking about today? A big dirty thinking poll there. The blue that poll, the don't go full of green. With big dirty thinking, mama. Because you know me talk straight on here. I don't really give this one afraid. Let me tell you something. Look how them big and dirty and stink and food. Me the right side of them, you know. I do a big dirty thinking, mama. The blue that poll. Me the right side of one. That's a number one. So what them do, them come and see them and do a poll. Remember a 3-for-1 right now. I mean, I ask, you have more people vote PMP than Labour. When you see the vote drop, when people stay home and them divided, then Labour can win when them fight to the vote or when them thief up somebody. We know that. I'm not joking with me. Now you couldn't go out and do a poll where a Crosby start the poll. Crosby, so a big mama them around the poll. That poll a blue that. When a real, where you know say observer that sheet paper too. I know a drunker jacket wife do the share the editor, right? That are drunker British, the water minister. Okay? All right. So them come with a poll and about 80% say, 68% say them no mind no everybody strong in a parliament if you have, if you have the command, them no mind. Dual citizenship. But them no want no prime minister. Let me tell you this. The amount of PMP that buck up, can them do them look a poll. You couldn't have 80% because if you have 80%, that means I get a sample from the PMP, them and everybody. So you know this is just a fight. When it's a fool. We have to do something on the right when you can convince people. So when you come and put out that there is nobody who have vote PMP come and tell you that foolish system that run you out. So listen, you know where you should have come out, tell the Prime Minister for clear everything you want to know them get the house. Me not even ask you. On a fool, sir. I'm going to poll and run at this a poll, man. That the poll alone. You don't have no sense. I remember on a can't go in on nobody head round and none at all. Can't trick nobody. We never ask you. Okay? We not going to ask you. So when I put up that and I like, can we just say Maria just say something? It's not a real poll. Well, that's a real poll. Me just show you. See, there's a poll where he come out with. Well, that make a big mama that make no sense. You understand, Maria? Remember, it's a PM. If you talk to 80%, you want 80% of the people. That means if you have even half and half, that means you're polling right because there is not one PMP I can tell you something like that. Me never ask you.
Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
right away, when you go push up some figures and think people figure you out long time and we know you lie like the Prime Minister to you. You understand? And like with Granny Subaru and everything. Like how them they draw a poll and say Westmoreland, them have Westmoreland as them that's a clear sweep for the JLP. The PMP sweep it way. Hanover, it gone. When look, everything gone, PMP sweep them way too. The one that St. James knockout. When look, PMP take enough of them seat too. St. Mary gone. When look, PMP win the thing down there. So if you follow them, that is not a thing where you follow, Because we know who run it, and we not chat about bandit. We run things and get ready what they ask them. You see me I say?
Yeah.
So we not chat about them. They are bandit. Them I look somebody for them thing. Let me tell them again, the PR thing will not work around here. It don't make no sense. You understand? Phone looking at see poll and backward poll don't make no sense. People not see we want a real poll. So them just about that and this, And them say them do poll by themselves and this is what them find. They might find the same thing when them sit down on them propaganda radio and talk. That make any sense to you? What we are telling us are foolish is a garbage. And here, great, you know, the poll designed for 2 3/4, 1/3 Andrew cabinet. The one of them have blue, them have green card, them have citizenship for different place and all kind of things. So wait though, the poll for March when separated, them full so. This is like when they shoot up the granny Subaru and come talk and I show them say, you know, see a thing right. What you say? And then go to a guy named Shy and say, go for liar, go seize. Liar can't seize people outside and go through court. Barely for that, do it. So them him talk too much lie and say so much thing and think people are buy. People not buy. Them know he's a big liar. Them know say yeah crap. Then we know we know how the whole country stays. If you say you talk to 80%, it represents 80% of what I do. It doesn't make no sense. Don't go show say your poll just put out it so fast and it's a fool. Then they do a poll already, you know what them do, them sit down and change it up, bug life to it. Let me just tell you now, because we know them sit down and change the figures. You know, training up, me decide I want to understand that. But not that for them understand. Me make sure we not come here the win, you know. So them can't do without me at the win. Let's say me have an eagle eye. No care what them do, me can't come and tell them what them do, you know. I'm full of files with them. You notice, anytime you see them run out, me just open a file pan them and fling it out. Like come and fling one pan, Clark. You know, Clark, the Xerox. You tell me ask you an herb something. If you have a baby mother and she go foreign and we look them all with coke and sentence her, and then the next baby mother. Me the question you ask then, how is it that is a coincidence that your 2 baby mother them hold them with coke? You have a drugs pusher.
That's the $1 million question, because there's no way you are gonna accidentally run into 2 women that are.
And these are the people that are around the country. Yeah, man. Yeah. Me not, not even cigarette me smoke. One a piece of shit, you know. And you see me a super granddaddy, not rum. Me never drink back of drinks. Or them call it soft, what them call it soft drinks. Nah, me not. And my style, me good. You see?
You know, when you're talking about a poll, and you know something, if they're really serious about getting the pulse of the Jamaican people, go out there and ask a wide swath of Jamaican people if it is right for a prime minister to be in office and 3 years running his statutory declarations. Nobody knows how he makes his money because his salary could not give him what he has. And come back and tell us what they say. Go and ask the same Jamaican people if it is right for the Jamaican government to be paying $400 million for rent of a building that they have not occupied.
Right.
If it is asked the same question, is it right for the government to be paying $1 billion to retrofit an office when they could buy the land, build the space, and put the equipment there for less than the amount of money? Ask the same people, is it right for a prime minister to have his money in SSL, take his money out without informing the country? Ask the same people, is it right for a budget backtrack to happen 2 weeks after the budget was presented? And there's no word from the prime minister, there's no word from the finance minister about what happened. Ask the same Jamaican people that question. Ask them if it is right for the prime minister, minister of justice, to violate the constitution the way they have, to keep a DPP in office just to suit their purposes. Ask the same Jamaican people about the coke ports. Why has there not been any investigation or any arrest made in terms of who brought in that coke? What about Patrick Bailey? What about Grace McLean? What about Royal Reid? Ask the Jamaican people about that. Those are the things that they should be imposed on, because you know what? Those things affect people on the ground. It affects their daily lives. Ask the Jamaican people, who are these 6 people that the Integrity Commission said that they are being investigated for illicit enrichment? Ask them that. Ask the Jamaican people, would they like to see a president in the country who has all the rights. You cannot prosecute him, you cannot impeach him, you can do nothing to them. Yet he can punish you and your children for generations to come, lock them up, and take away their rights to do anything and make any sense, anything of themselves. Ask them to do that poll and come back and say what, tell us what the people say. Because guess what? They know they cannot do the poll. They know, because that is what they must focus on. What they're doing is rubbish. Because you know what is funny? They don't even say that them teach the Jamaicans. They're acting as though there's a new constitution in place. There's not a new constitution in place, Jamaica. Wake up. So don't listen to them talk about dual citizen and who have one foot in. Nothing goes. There's not a new constitution in the country. There's one constitution, and it is the current constitution. So don't listen to them and their foolishness. And per the current constitution, any member of the Commonwealth can sit in the Jamaica Parliament. Period. Full stop. End of story. Now, can we move on to some real issues? Andrew, want to statutory declarations? Yeah, that should be front and center of everybody's conversation, every single person, because you have a prime minister who runs his mouth when somebody takes care of the poor, and he said that's a dark day to take care of the poor. So it tells you that he doesn't care about you, the poor people, because what that member of parliament did in Stallings was to do whatever he could to benefit the people in his constituency. As a matter of fact, I was watching him on Mystic Sensation, and he said he did more in his constituency with less money. And the present member of parliament there now has so much money and is doing less. Make it make some sense. And all they can talk about is we spend the most money and we do the most, and we do, and the first in history. Yeah, the first in history that you have 2 weeks after presenting the budget, you have to do a budget backtrack. First in history. First in Jamaica's history, you have a $1.7 trillion accountability problem. First in history, you're refurbishing a hospital, and all you're doing is having cost overruns. You go from 3 billion to 21 billion, and there's no investigation. First in history, you have a government fighting, taking people to court to keep a DPP in office when her term has expired. First. So those are the first that we're talking about. And those are the things that people need to focus on and leave the low-hanging fruit alone. Mark Golding did nothing wrong. End of story. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Because then Carl Samuda, Matthew Samuda, Dog Paw father-in-law, Babsy Grange, but we don't go after those people because they are well within their rights. We cannot say the same thing for Michelle Charles. Her brother, Charles Jr., he was a sitting senator as a U.S. citizen in the Senate. Those are the things that they must talk about. But do not come for somebody who is operating within the confines of the Constitution. Then you're telling me and you're proving to me that you have no respect for the Constitution and you want to put whatever you want in there to benefit yourself. And we're saying no to that and reminding the Jamaican people that there is no new constitution, all right? One constitution we have right now. And there'll be no new constitution anytime soon. So wrap your head brains around and do not allow the government to hoodwink and bamboozle you into believing that you have to take this garbage. Don't, because it is not about you. Ask them, where are my rights? Why is my right as a Jamaican put on the back burner and the only right I have is to vote for you to come and pressure my children? Why is that a right? That is the problem we're having.
That's the problem. As on the file, remember same name Drunko British too, you know. Another Drunko Jacket, aka Drunko British. Same our next name. Yes.
I see
yes. The water coming, yeah, water guy. Yeah, I chat foolish. In name Drunko British, man.
Yeah.
London. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, Christopher Campbell made a comment. You know you're bankrupted when all you can do is point to past transgressions of others. You're the present government, but you're pointing behind you, right? They have nothing to fall back on. They have nothing to compare to the crap they've been doing. It is so wild to think about it, and to think about the fact that with their illicit gains, they're going to argue with the Integrity Commission. They're going to try and block the Integrity Commission by changing up legislation and the way Parliament operates. What did Juliet Owens do? She said, I'm going to table stuff in front of a committee after the Integrity Commission has sent it in. How are you going to table it? Right? For them to reconsider it? They can't reconsider something that the Integrity Commission is charging you with, because they're the ones that have the proof. And they're the ones submitting the proof to you that your people are corrupt. So your job should be to remove them and have the DPP try them. But the DPP won't do anything because we have two DPPs and one is controlling the other.
And that's illegal, I know.
Yeah, I mean, when is she gonna make any decisions about trying the prime minister? When is she gonna make any decision about what the prime minister's status is? With 3 years of returns not resolved.
It can't overboard now when I forget Matt on this now. You know why? You can't have say him no land vibe. Him not supposed to chat to nobody. Nobody at all, because you can't have a prime minister of a country. We don't declare statutory declaration from 2021. We don't know when value, you know. Him value estimate over 7 billion Jamaican dollar. 2 house alone over $1 billion. The one when living on the 800 million. The house up there value more than 200 million. Put it together, you get over 300 million. I not talk about the truck them where you hear one other business with them have. Them people estimate value. And most of them, Agintai, one of them value over $1 billion Jamaican dollar. Remember, 2015, Agintai, you don't have no money. Me the right side of you, you don't have no money. You have Anjo, when name? Wheatley.
Wheatley, yeah.
Let's do some Yardman gas station, the one of them. Dead man, Mackenzie. Yes, the bushrat and the one of them. The amount of money them have it unbelievable. Them no work for this. And I like them.
Wayne, stick up in there, Wayne. Stick up in there. Prior to February 26th, Delroy Williams was mayor of KSAMC. Downtown Kingston was stink and dirty.
Yeah.
Full of word.
After February 26th, all I'm gonna do is you see he was busy worrying about his concubines, his whores, and his harem of women, you know, whores and his harlot. After February 2024, people who were living with the dirty sewer water downtown are saying they did not know that Kingston City could have cleaned up so fast and so quickly. They had a fire on a what they call it, Ray Market, and it was cleaned up. The ward theater is being cleaned up. They're having meetings with the Higglers. And I remember one lady saying she did not know that she could meet with the mayor and the deputy mayor of the KSAMC. Now, what does that tell you? That they were busy funneling and refunneling money to like the woman said, everybody busy fool them cross. Not my words.
Yeah.
And it was obvious. You hear this woman come out and she worried about who's sleeping with who from who is not sleeping with. So they didn't have time to do the people's work. It is not that they cannot take what money they have and do the work. They simply were not doing that. They were not doing that. So they can do it if they really mean the people well. But they don't mean the people well. People stop selling your vote for chicken buckets. It's about green and orange. It's about your welfare. It's about your lifestyle, your quality of life. How long are you going to go through this system? You're going to sit on this carousel of the same thing every day, in and out. A man come buy your vote and you sell it to them and they give you nothing. You cannot go hospital, you can't go school. The violence is all around you. That cannot be acceptable. When are you going to change it? The change begins with the people, and they cannot lock up all of you. They cannot lock up all of you. And the same way the taxi men going to protest, rise up against the government. Because Andrew want to say you must do that and hold them accountable. Hold them accountable because it is your life that's at stake. It's your children's life that's at stake. And Sir Rob, you said something earlier about Juliet saying that she's going to table the reports when she received them to the oversight committee. Remember now, the Constitution says that Parliament must be tabled in Parliament, which
Right.
means the parliamentarians must get it before the oversight committee. The duty of the oversight committee is not to regulate the IC, is to make sure it is running, the checks and balances are there. But when the IC do, and to make sure funding is there for the IC, but when they do their jobs, it is
Yeah.
not for the IC to come and tell them, say, no, you can't do this, Yes, table it, and who must be shamed, name and shame them.
Yep.
Because clearly we all can see that corruption is it was rampant before, but I don't know what word you can use to describe the level of corruption that is taking place in Jamaica. Now, it is so brazen and in your face, and nobody cares.
Make I tell you
Nobody cares
something,
because
Maria.
you have a media, you have a media, you have civic society, you have the churches who have all been silent while the people suffer. And on the few, the selective few, just walk around and talk about we do the most this and we do the most that. And no, we need to see the translation on the
Them do the
ground.
most chop. Maria, them do the most chop. Them do the most this and most that and most chop. That are lyrics, I have a voice, Maria. You know why you're artist, I have a voice you. Let me tell you something. We put the ice upon the kid now. You have a guy named Fix Bailey. Can we chat straight to you, Fix Bailey? You watch me now. You are not police. You're not different from big dirty thinking Nancy Shirley. Eyes on the fire, don't even laugh. I'm not playing a funny game now. You Fix Bailey, you're dangerous. Very dangerous. You just occupy this and Google too. You're not good neither. Yes? You're not good. So good judge where Imado, like someone will carry news and do all kind of little things in carry news to Big Mama. No, you supposed to be a police. Nobody can what them do, I'm the right side of him, Sometimes you carry a phone and pack it when I go live and take it out and then watch it. We know that too. They can't tell you this Fix Baby, we know that. Saying yes, the police tell lie, and you notice me carry all the video and I show us a lie and tell, and you run out and you say boom bam bam. But you're going nasty Shirley around. Big dirty thinking Shirley. You in a category, I'm a tough worse than Shirley. People are talk to you as them talk to you run carry them name to Big Mama. That's wrong. Thank you, Zobian. Yes, that's wrong. Everybody talk to you, take up them name and carry to Big Mama and I talk about breaking news and this one and this one. Or if you have police doing these kind of things in Jamaica, you're not police. You're jail pre-operative. You're not a police, brother. He's an agent. You understand? You just fully see it and I protect. That's why none of them can go to prison. You have two big gang in a Spanish town, in a St. Catherine. Two big gang. One other clans, and uncle thing me here talk about clans and go and do all kind of little thing, not even one. And Mr. Cool come on, one last me about this type people I eat that. Eh? And you go in everywhere and I store all green, you're greener than Andrew own this. You're green till me one day if you have a shower. You understand? That green. You're dangerous. You forgot the egg, I remember when you leave that, it's not over yet, You just start, and you not talk about fix, your brother don't this, me go see my rise. But the man, them where they used to do things and put things on the ship. Me know you talk. Remember me interview them, them talk to me. Them talk to me. I mean, I have you as a police. And you say you're a man of the cloth. What kind of cloth? The R cloth or the B or the C cloth? Eh? You go run out with a bag of foolishness with you. You understand? I'm fine, you're not police, but I tell you, you're not police. You're worse than nasty, big dirty thinking, Juba and big dirty thinking, Shirley. Me, I tell you that straight. See? Him and no police. Every minute, so you come with the cocktail business, the about boom. And you make up this. You know, big dirty thinking, mama. You notice how that died down in a couple of days? Now you could have the parliament. And you come with this guy where say about and him inside, not in the chamber, but inside. And when you look, you give Juliet thing for read out and I tell you about Molotov. Plastic buckle and the Molotov. The reason why them use glass buckle, if you lick on something with the gas in it and everything and the wick, it will catch fire. Plastic buckle and lick and it not have no wick, it have that and inside it there. And you still don't get a foolishness to talk. On a fool so. The police them say wanna make them do it, wanna set it up, wanna big fool, hey, on a fool so. When you look at that department, him they are foreign, big dirty thinking mama run out. He talked to a MP and summon him, a former member of parliament, have to come back in minister. Then so wanna do no paint this kind of little thing. Say, oh, when him still Sylvia, I'm moving my whole him, so make we get him. Hear them now, keep it in the public view. One look and take up at the place there. Toby. Eh? Una evil. And this is what you do, you know, St. Patrick Bailey go to prison and not. I remember I'm the money laundering him. And him can't argue with me, no, because the feds have, remember tell him by the way, the feds have it. Dirty thinking Patrick Bailey. Let me just tell you by now. I mean something I put up in your name. He's a piece of shit. You know, kill the man, take him money, do all kind of things that you back him at about, you know, and you know, this and that. Me and somebody alone in our house now. If you and your wife or una husband in our house, or una kids and thing or something happen, and them have to call the death member, or the wife first or the husband first, them have number one suspect. And the kids, them are who them have to eliminate first. Them have to go take them out, you know, and say, okay, I could pass one day, not him and one day, and this and that. But the whole of una a suspect. Patrick Bailey and the man in there will not hear him have the man money, and you know. When they carry a doctor there and make the man go about him one bed where sometimes sit down and watch you kill him. Them shoot the man first and stab him. Them eliminate him brain box first. Disconnect it with a bullet. You understand? So when you get the bullet, they don't want to find more shot in their body, them finish stab him up. So them shoot him first. And police is now in there too, you know. Well, Center Mass, police. Hey, remember something everybody at Center Mass, you know, you can't say it. So now I'm put me, you know. So we know one of them police around the center, man. Big police were around them too, even at the house. Me, I tell you this. I remember anything you do, it can't hide. Me at the win. We have £5, you know. So we just hold on, man, in a piece of shit, you know. Yeah? Barely turn out worse than nasty thinking, Shirley. And big dusty thinking, Juba. This need to stop. So in greener than Andrew, yeah? And so when them do them sit down and do these kind of little thing, it can't run so one read police with you know we do no, you can't vote and do what you want to, but when it comes to your job, you're supposed to be a professional. You understand? You're supposed to be no agent for no party and them thing. They want a big dirty ass thing couldn't not serve the people. You serve Angelness. Yeah? You need to stop it, man. You understand? Need to stop. Yes, sir.
You know, I'm trying to examine at what point in Andrew Holness's governance has he ever been straight. And there's no point in his governance that he's ever been straight. Because from the start, he'd been up to chicanery with Vaz in 2007. That's when they took all that money out of Mexico and took it down to St. Lucia and started their illicit hiding of funds and moving money around and having these ill-gotten gains that they can't explain. Right? And then money started missing from the Ministry of Education under his protege, which is the minister of it. What's it with it? Royal Reid. Yes.
Royal Reid. Royal Reid. Rob Pickney.
I mean, there is no time in the man's history where he's ever come clean. And these people keep backing him. And you have to say, why are you backing a man who has no regard for the children of Jamaica and their welfare, as far as education is concerned. Or else all this money would never have been missing. All those kids would never have been put out. And why would you take all that money from the system and have all these people abuse the system and you don't say anything as Prime Minister? I mean, this is what I can't understand. This is what I find remarkable. Good people in Jamaica, they all keep their mouth shut like them have no damn sense. They need to...
say, yeah, well, before you talk, Mario, say three things one for Jamaica. Me would have promised, 1 month. I just want to be 3 things in Jamaica for 1 month when I come in 3. I want to be the police commissioner for 1 month. The High Court judge and the DPP. Just give me them 3 there and give me 1 month. I'm a promise me step away and Jamaica clean as whistle. Me. Just 1 month. Just 3. Me alone do the 3 job, Because I know who me know I deal with that straighten it up. And when I get back everything with them thief. I'm here the commissioner then can't give me chat, I'm not take chat. But me are the DPP too, I'm here the judge. Me and sit down in my chair. A matter of fact, yeah, because I'm the DPP, so I'm the prosecutor. Yes. So me are the judge, the prosecutor, me are the police commissioner. Me. If you give me them 3 there for 1 month, my hand in Jamaica clean and nice. I want to carry run when I want to carry run when I die. None of them. I mean, I'm not chatting with them. Not under 100 years neither. Nothing. Yeah. So I don't calculate. I'm a chair, but I got eye. I got just push up my man. Oh, it's eye and it's coming. Want my eye chair? I just cut my 10. And DP, tell me no, I got deal with the send phone in. What I want me. Yeah. Me ask phone or something. You don't think I'll check. I'll big mama me I send for. Okay, you aiding and abetting criminal. Yo, me just want 1 month. 1 month. I want to see something. When me done with Jamaica, I won't believe it. Yeah? No. Escape for me. Me just do that. I'm going to do it free too. That's what I mean. Police commissioner, the DPP, because me not chatting. So I talk to myself. And the High Court judge. Me no want nothing else. And me just said, and believe me, the case them that clear. Yeah, well agreed. Andrew, listen, big mama, listen, Queenie. Hey, listen, mama, Patrick, listen. For me, sit down and start DPP, I'm just do my whole file and say, go for them, for me there. I'm here the police commissioner. I make me wait. Come here, come for the wait, now come for now. And Night Court, come in, I want to sleep, I not to sleep too much. 1 month out of just 1 month out of work. Yeah? Check on the one I know. Can you worse than not see, in Jamaica? Me I tell you this, Yeah? Let me save the oligarch after. Me just want them 3 jobs there for 1 month. 3 of course. And me come deal with you. Yes? Yes, man. And then remember me do a kind of job and thing, and me have some welderman for dash with some key. Staying there. Yes. Because life for me in life, Me not around put You understand? Let me go and deal with it. When I get back everything where they rob, everything, I mean, I deal with them for now. I mean, I remember, and there was no appeal neither. My sentence, no appeal. Nothing appeal. Me done with you. Nothing. Because I write it. Just 1 month. We don't know. Marky G, when you come in, them 3, remember, you not pay me. You just make me swear in. Yeah, and yes. I'm a matter of fact, no appeal, nothing at all too. Kick with the GG and give me that 4 work there. That's them there. 1 month. That's 1 month. And take them back. Me can. 1 month. Let me show you something. You get a different Jamaica. I mean, I want to put them in. Yeah, man, I want to put them on. Jamaica change. 1 month. 1 month. Now past 30 days. Everything me run up. And every case. Because number 1, a case without bail, How much do you think it 2 bail them? The 3 can have to go for turn that. Where do you think it will take? 15 minutes. Me now waste government time. 15 minutes. You can restrict front of me because I move them That the next 10 minutes. You don't need nothing. Because to me, I thought there's some talk as the prosecutor to one, and then me and the judge, me go run back on my desk. I mean, the police commissioner, so me deal with it. 15 minutes the most. Me don't need nothing else. Nothing. You understand? All me them have to send back and try back them case.
Yeah, but
See?
you know something, Wayne? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to make note. I have to make 2 notes. I have to make about something in chat. Eyes on the File said, and this is very important to a very important observation. He says 4 people in Jamaica are over criminalized. Unfortunately, the wealthy are under criminalized. Yet the wealthy are the greatest crime producers because poverty, Wayne, is feeds crime. And unless and until they address poverty and poor quality of education, then you will always have crime problems. However, the wealthy is not that they are sitting down there and they are paragons of virtue. They are doing some cruel and wicked things to the Jamaican people, but they are getting away with it. So how do you think those people, and that is why this report from the Constitutional Reform Committee is garbage, because they're only cementing their power to further criminalize poor people's children. Okay? And another thing, where is the committee in Parliament to address all these cost overruns and these reports that come from the Auditor General about these cost overruns, TAJ, Beryllium Regional, the $1.7 trillion SSL. Which committee in Parliament addresses this? Because there should be more than one committee to address this issue. There should be more than one committee to address this issue because it's a serious issue. It's a serious problem that in a healthy, functioning democracy, there would have been heads would have rolled a long time ago, but nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. And we're saying this is the conversation that we need to be having every single day. These are because these are actual monies that could be spent to help make the lives of the Jamaican people better. And corruption is eating away at the soul of Jamaica. Corruption is eating the economy alive. Corruption is eating the people alive. Their lives are worse off because of corruption, and nobody wants to address the systemic problem of corruption in Jamaica. $1.7 trillion. Let that sink in. It isn't a joke. It's not a figment of somebody's imagination. It was reported, and it's 9-day talk. Just like how the garden house thing is 9-day talk. So you realize that, yeah, things just come and go. They're just waiting for the next big thing to fall, because there are so many issues and so many things happening that we just expect that something is going to happen at all times. However, these major issues that the government should be addressing in the interest of the people and in the interest of transparency and good governance, and to show that they are spending taxpayer dollar wisely. They are spending every cent they borrow wisely instead of getting fulsome investigations. It just died by the wayside, and the media just sit down there and talk about citizenship. Are you kidding me? When this is happening, it's not. Jamaica is not a real place. It cannot be a real place with all of these things in front of us. All of these things in front of us. And no investigation, no report, nothing at all. It's just like $1.7 trillion cannot be accounted for. Let's move on. This is a question we need to pose to the finance minister, because the finance minister should have been in consultation with the Ministry of Justice and the Ministry of National Security to find out what is happening here, to get to the bottom of it, and who will be prosecuted, but nothing. So then we have to ask the question, what do you know? What do you know?
Me just send you see the bike thing when me tell it to drop off, Indicom says something. Open that and read that for me. It will throw me off, but read it for me. You remember you watch what me just show you. On the see what me just show you, right? Open that and read it to me. Me show it, me send it to you tomorrow. Look what them say it's bike skid people. And then the police, them don't know what, but the police over him are try. This dirty thinking in the come. Big dirty nasty thinking in the come. Hey, you go Barrington, you feel better than this too, you know. Yes. Turn on your mic, Herb. Turn on your mic.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the premise is that Indicom was chasing members of the St. Elizabeth police who were chasing a motorcyclist in Pepper on Saturday. A video shows a rider on the ground shaking after an interaction with two cops. Amish Campbell, Assistant Commissioner at Indicom, confirmed the development on Sunday. Indicom is aware of this incident shown on social media video. We're in process of investigating it and seeking to get the full facts. The amateur video, 4 minutes and 31 seconds in length, appeared to have been recorded by persons traveling behind the police chase. Two policemen, each on a motorcycle, were seen in the video, seemingly trying to apprehend the rider. There's no, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Apprehend. That's one, but me
It was
not sure all the
accompanied
people.
by a pylon. Signals to stop were not complied with. The bike with the two men appeared to have developed a skid.
Which part did it develop a skid? The bike.
I don't know. The man hit the bike.
Yeah, the police hit the bike.
Right
The police
back into the bike.
You see what them put this are what them right in that's what me tell them in a me say me just want them 3 job. They call them me I go find you know. Hey, when me done in Jamaica, me clean it up. This are all them lie.
Says, after they went down, he said the cops stopped and walked towards the men. It is not clear from the video what happened next. It's clear to me what happened. He was beating the hell out of the guy on the ground.
Good.
The guy never got up.
No.
Right? He was assaulted further.
And he gonna hear him use the word skid. So it's going to some people head when I see this now.
Yeah.
And them say, oh, it's skid. This is what them play all the while with poor people. Ne? What kind of skid is that? You didn't keep him off of the bike.
I mean, he hit him off the bike.
Yes.
And then he proceeded to beat the hell out of him on the ground.
And them said them not clear. I want not clear Indicom. Remember tell them 2015 and tell about I'm big dirty thinking Indicom look for me that took 2020, somehow 2021 them send something to me. Me have it, you know. Me show it already, you know. Me I try it up and show it again, Indicom. And I call me must see Mr. Davis and Mr. Brown in a one letter to backside. And say me if you investigate. Man, them take my back seat. Remember me not play with you know. Indicom a dog without teeth them for just go sit down and waste some money. Them a waste some money.
If they think that was a skid, they got a problem.
And like the police are help him. So you see the thing, and you're in the, you know, say, I'll be a full garbage and talk. Them some case closed because them can't find the police. Them take my back seat over $100,000. Yeah? You find gun for me. You don't know something I don't know. After me tell the youth, them say them can't this, because them coming like my son, you know. Then go take my back seat. And me go call them and then drive off for me send my wife down there. And I know them right now and I tell my foolishness. Yeah? No, because them singing at the paper and sing up on the TV. Me and the public defender at the time. So like them I say, yo, who no can't make him fine. So them I hide it. I ask a car for them. Go at the court halfway through and then go over the station and go run through the book for me, you know. And I send down a Elliston Road. Can I send with the police them can move from no recorded, nothing at all. Like them I say, no, we not go. So okay. So every bad police me I weed out. Me no police like that, criminal with badge and gun. Good police, me and them good. Yeah? From your criminal police member, I'm coming at you. Me no business. You understand? Yeah, man. Them out harder, man. Very out harder. And this in the come give man like me. So me know them style. So in the come all them do is talk about where I do this and them come with the same thing. And you don't thinking you go back and make me have something, you know. Yeah? Don't make me have nothing either, you know. Because you know he's in either, you know. He's a sellout. You know who me attack, you go. I'm the commissioner now for in the community. But you don't know him as Faulkner, or we want name. We know him as Hugo Barrington in the music. So him me a chat. You understand? Him to go chill, man. So I'm bringing an agency for us. So we are do this and then the people them feel good. Remember from do me injustice. Remember me not done nothing. Remember just one and tell them again. You understand? Yes. So we need to straighten out. Yeah? All right. Me just one and tell them, you know. This are the wrong man. This are the wrong man around here. Not playing with you. And Google too, you're not police neither. He's not no police. We want to read police like Rowan James and some other police. And but the one with them showing at the scrappy, Llewellyn.
Yep.
You might read police too, you know. And them read police that you want to see in anything. No. Them push up a criminal police. And them they're not police neither. Criminal with badge and gun. It will stop. Yeah. No, but let me tell you this. You know what? I mean, I say nothing about it, James. But you're just right. Me want to see if the government bad, let them try move 20,000. Me bet them, me I say fair. Cancel 20,000 license tomorrow. Me not, you know, I'm not comment on it more and say all them big, tough and bad. Yeah? Make them cancel 20,000 license tomorrow. You know, me not have to say nothing to them. I wait till tomorrow and make me say them cancel it. Let me show them tough and bad. And then no sense, you know, they might eat that, you know. Yeah? So me follow, me just go and ignore it till them do it. I mean, I make them fair. No time for them. Yes. Yes, sister. Them do too much foolishness. You see that boss kid?
Yeah, Andrew, you know, yes, that Andrew is a dictator one. I wonder who his best friends are because it seems as if Andrew Holness admires despots and dictators. Because too many members of his government are operating that way, and the police and JDF are operating like, you know, they don't want to turn Jamaica into a military state. And they need to realize that, you know, something those are your children and your relatives. So treat them with the same respect that you really want. I'm not saying that sometimes you don't find situations where people can act out, but remember now, if you push them far enough, they're going to push back. You're not going to like it. So treat the people with some respect. And this thing about, you know, have a conversation with the people because they're feeling the brunt of the government's pressures on them. And you cannot dismiss what the people are feeling. Cannot dismiss it. You have to have a respect enough to talk to them like human beings. They vote you in. This is what is the government don't understand. That they are the servants of the people. They are there to serve the people, not themselves. But they have been behaving like the people are serving them, and so they're going to do whatever they want, and there's no recourse for the people. And the people need to wake up and realize, you know something. You have the power. Your vote is the power. Your vote is the power, and demand from these people better treatment of you. Demand from these people respect, because you cannot be giving respect to people who don't respect you. And you seem to be giving that every time, all the time, and the people are feeling it. These are your community members. So don't act like, it's happening in the parish of Kingston, it's not happening in Manchester, so why do I care? You need to care because it's one Jamaica. You need to care. And if you don't start caring now, when are you going to care? When your children's future have been mortgaged on because of this government? When your children's future, their rights are gone, and they're going to sit down and say, did my mother and my father, did my relative, where were the adults to stand up for my rights before it was lost? Because this is what is happening now. They have no respect for the Jamaican people, and the police need to behave better than they are behaving right now.
Well, we have around 2 minutes. You can knock up in us, so we see we time run fast today now. That's over there. I'm going to it off. Yes. Remember, Herb, this week, give the people them the rundown for this week, Herb.
Okay. Before we go there, I was looking at this thing that I spoke about, the Leahy law. The Leahy law, right, was passed by Senator Patrick Leahy. And whenever police departments accumulate certain amount of vicious acts against residents in a community, it's aimed at overseas police enforcement, law enforcement. Whenever they kill, maim, abuse, and abuse is like state of emergency and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that they use to go after bad police departments. And somebody needs to submit that, Wayne. I will put the link and you guys can read it. I can't post out there to the people, but I would suggest that the people take a look at the lay law. Wayne, if you can put that Wikipedia page out there and make sure that people are able to read it, right? It applies to the violence you're seeing against people, right? It applies to vicious police.
Yes, yes, yes.
And what the police need to be cited, And so when it comes to killing, rape, torture, and other flagrant human rights abuses, the lay law will take care of that. And I think they're trying to aim it at Israel right now because that's what is going on in Israel. And the government of Jamaica support all of that stuff. But look, all the ills we discussed in this forum, all the ills that we've been talking about, all the things that this prime minister have been avoiding and other ministers within the government have avoided, all the stuff that, whether it's SSL, whether it is the declarations, whether it is the hospitals and the state of the hospitals, and the fact that the U.S. government have had to put out the travel warning, whether it is the monies that Dr. Chang has received to execute a law enforcement program, and they don't seem to have a program that Jamaicans can be proud of, right? They end up being abused by the very officers who are supposed to protect and serve. All of these things that I'm talking about, we will discuss on Saturday, the 15th of June. All of these things, if you are in the United States, you can bring it up to your area office of your congressperson, or even a U.S. senator. You can bring it up to their office because they have to vote on it. But they have to be aware that these things are happening in Jamaica. They think Jamaica is land of wood and water, sun, sea, and sand, right? That everything is beautiful and everything is going well. No, you need to let them know things could not be further from the truth. And you need to tell them, take a hard look at some of the articles that have been coming out of Jamaica about state of emergency, about the illegality of that system, about how the police are brutalizing citizens. Send these videos, copy the videos down, because we're going to be playing a lot of those videos back on site on Saturday so people can see it for themselves and know why we're gathered there. And know that these things must stop and that the prime minister needs to resign, move on, and he needs to be prosecuted for his illicit gains. You cannot have two DPPs running things and nobody can make a decision as to who they're going to prosecute. You can't have this. This can't continue. It's ridiculous. So, folks, we are looking at you coming out and supporting us in Washington, D.C. at 1520 New Hampshire Avenue in front of the Jamaican Embassy. And we need to make a statement in numbers on Saturday morning. So I'm looking forward to meeting most of you. I'm looking forward to us talking about the issues. I'm looking forward to us making our voices heard. And I thank you for all your support and look forward to your future support. Thanks.
Yes, Maria.
And the thing
Christina,
is,
close.
yeah, and
Yes.
yes, and just yeah, and to say that given the issues that are before all of us, for those persons who say there's nothing to see here and they don't care whether the Prime Minister's statutory declarations are certified, then you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Your belly is full, but consider the people who are hungry, the masses who are going to bed without a proper meal tonight. Many of you have had the best Sunday dinner. Think about those children and those people in Jamaica right now who don't have the best Sunday dinner. And not because if the system was better and if it was working for everybody, most people could have a better Sunday dinner. Most people could afford a better quality of life for themselves and their children. But the system is so broken and corruption is eating them alive just by the very systems that you see are not working. And like I said, the focus should be on the $1.7 trillion that is unaccounted for, the paying off rent for a building over $400 million unoccupied, and now they're going to spend $1 billion to retrofit that building. The spending of money on Beryllium Regional Hospital and no accountability and all these things. And I'm like, why have there not been investigations? These are the things that must be at the forefront of every conversations in your homes, in the bars, in the churches, in the schools, on the streets, in the market. Everywhere should be talking about why is it Andrew's statutory declaration has not been certified? Why? Why has he not said anything? Why has the Minister of Finance not said anything about the $1.7 trillion that is unaccounted for? We need some accountability. Have some respect enough for the people who have voted you into office to come out and tell them the truth. You are not speaking the truth, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Finance Minister. You are not. You have taken the Jamaican people for granted. And all you're doing is trying to cement and enshrine your right to pressure and criminalize poor people and cement your powers and make yourselves lords over the poor people of Jamaica with no accountability. Andrea, talk about your legacy. History is writing your legacy right now. And if you think it's a good one, think again. Because the fact that you cannot have your statutory declaration certified and you don't consider it a dark day and you don't consider it untenable and incurable, these, you know, is mind boggling, is frightening, and everybody should be talking about it. So, Jamaicans, wake up, and ask for a better leader, a leader who is honest, a leader who has integrity, leader who stands on morality and has a moral ground on which to stand and show to the Jamaican people a better way. But the better way cannot be enriching yourselves on the backs of taxpayers. And to the churches, you have a say. Where is the standard that you have set? Where is the moral ground that you're holding the feet of these politicians the politicians' feet to the fire on? Where is that moral ground? What are you saying? It cannot be you're in bed with the politicians. You're supposed to set a better example because you're supposed to be doing like Jesus did. Just follow the Beatitudes. If you want to know how to be a good Christian, let the Beatitudes be your guide. Blessed are the poor in spirit. treat the Jamaican people with some respect and some love and some kindness. They are human beings. And like Eyes on the File said, the poor are over criminalized and the wealthy are under criminalized. Yet the wealthy are the greatest crime producers in Jamaica. Poverty, lack of proper education, feeds crime. Crime benefits a few. Poverty benefits a few. When are the Jamaican people going to wake up and say, no more? My poverty will no longer feed you. My poverty will no longer sustain you. You got to do better for me and for my generations, many generations to come.
True. Have a play this, hold on. Remember Saturday, people, hold on there.
Jamaica Diaspora Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force, in association with the Global Jamaican Diaspora Council, presents We Want Change. Jamaicans, friends of Jamaica, let's raise our voices in protest against corruption, crime, poverty, failed healthcare, poor education, injustice, all that's taking place in Jamaica. Join us for this historic event on Saturday, June the 15th, 2024. This takes place at the Embassy of Jamaica, 1520 New Hampshire Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. Starts at 9 a.m., finishes at 4 p.m. If you want change for Jamaica, make sure come out and support this sport. Jamaicans, friends of Jamaica, raise our voices.
Yeah, that's good.
Prices of the race. Yeah, don't move. Remember, Saturday, when you can't miss that,
yeah.
All road leading to Washington. Okay? Yes, all road leading to Washington. But we send the ambassador, yeah, man, we send her a good message right there. Give her a plate of lunch me there.
Well,
the message for feed her and full of belly. Sure, so we know. What are accountable.
One of the things I said is to you, I was looking at the article written and she was speaking, and without prompt, without any questions, she was saying that when she was young, she walked away from a situation at Air Jamaica. And my antennas went up because my cousin worked at Air Jamaica for about 30 years. She was in the accounting department, right? And she had a partner in the accounting department. And I knew that she used to go with a guy named Henry. And Henry owned a company called Modern Furnishings. Ring any bells? Modern Furnishings, they used to say Henry was so slick. He'd take the bedposts, they were hollow but heavy. And he used to ship all his weed and stuff up in the bedposts of the beds. He would sell a lot of furniture. Well, she used to partner with somebody at Air Jamaica too. The whole Air Jamaica situation was corrupted.
Yes.
The entire executive staff was corrupt. Right? I don't know if you remember one of the Air Jamaica executives dying in 1988. You remember his name?
No, I don't remember that one. That's the one of the pilots.
No, he was an
executive.
God, I'm trying to see if I can EXECTRVE. If I can remember his name, because somebody gave it to me yesterday and it slipped me, right? But it's in 1988 that he got killed. But she left the airlines in 1988, about that time. She spent 10 years there, right? And she says, she turned down the opportunity to participate in the drug shipment program that they had. right?
Mm.
But at the same time, she worked in that executive section because
that's that opportunity she said she turned down.
yeah, that they offered her the chance to make
Because
money
that's
off.
an opportunity. They might have for do criminality.
That's
She got
it.
this opportunity. Okay.
Yeah. But if she was aware that there was criminality going on there, why didn't she say something back then?
And boss it and stop it.
And stop it.
Enough time them seize the plane, them and have to spend money, you know. And
Right.
she know that.
Right.
And
she had to be aware of that.
Yeah, enough time the plane them seize them pan tarmac, have to pay money because them catch things out of the plane. Karen.
Yeah, but Wayne and Sir Herb.
Yeah.
Wayne and Sir Herb. During that time, no month went by without drugs not being found on Air Jamaica.
Air Jamaica.
No, it was regular as rain. It was a regular thing for it, especially in Miami. Especially in Miami.
Yeah, Miami, yes, true. And back in them time, that's why you have some police now. Was police was sergeant in Amobia. Them police they were put when they must send me. They must send £1,000 a weed in a sentence. Him put on £200 for himself. Now I see him turn member of parliament in a St. James. And I go like somebody. B&B. When I go be able to yourself and go sit down, man. Yes. Sometimes when I go sit down, you know. When I have no politician to me, you know. Who know about can I make rules now and them think they're a criminal. Hey, Jano, how Jamaica for run so? So a criminal can go in a politics to and then him clean and him squeaky clean and then him can get a youth criminal. Eh? And have to stop it, man. You think we have a file, you know? We really have a file. Yes, man. Hey, Mr. Karen does say, I use some words, say, I like to think that it's love. Or I use Dan Williams' word, I believe in love. It's from a song. Name Dan Williams.
Yeah.
Yes. Down below, yeah, he's up above. Dan Williams' name, Karen. I believe in love. That song there, yeah? Yeah, man. Popular song, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Name Dan Williams, yeah? Yeah, man. It's you, sir, so. Yeah, to that big tune, man. I believe in love, yeah, man. Yeah, man, big tune. Hey, Maria, me can't move it on and play this now.
If you're looking for an online magazine aiming to captivate and empower, look no further than Daisy Magazine. Daisy Magazine is the leading online publication in the US. Subscribe to Daisy Magazine, the digital subscription publication. Subscribe at www.magster.com/p/Daisy. Subscribe to the leading online publication, Daisy Magazine.
Make sure you subscribe. Me telling you, go over sister. When them subscribe, you know.
Yeah,
you know.
and I have to do it. Yeah, before I even say thank you, Wayne. And the August issue, the cover will be your event in Canada, and we're also Fantastic Five and I are writing an article about the origins of these protests and what they aim to accomplish with all of them. So I'll be getting some pictures from you. I'm getting some waiting to Sir Herb's event on Saturday, so we can share, and also getting feedback from people in Jamaica as to what it is, what they fear most about the Andrew Horneshead administration. Why do they fear him? Because Jamaicans have a healthy fear of Andrew Horneshead. You might not think it is so. It is so because they fear if they speak out, they might be found and locked up, and they're afraid of retaliation from the government. So if you don't know that, I'm telling you that the Jamaican people fear you.
Yes, that are the people then, but you see film administration and the people them around him. What Andrew do, you know? For you're comfortable, everybody get job, some of them will go to prison for coke and thing, them turn JP. Yesterday them fight against Assad. Them turn JP, that forgone, you know. That forgone. And some of them people, when you run them CV, it's unbelievable. But them I give people talk and I make rules and laws, for govern people. You can't have criminal and make laws. Me no work with that. Me not work with that. It's a joke. It's a garbage. Yeah, man. So I have to keep it real. People, next week, remember Saturday. Yeah, turn it up. That's it,
Yes, sir.
26 and
We're
nice.
going to be on the mall out there in front of, on the road, I should say, in front of the embassy. Yeah, we're going to turn into, hey, don't forget to send me the videos.
Yeah, man, you're good. You're good. That
Yeah,
good.
don't
That
forget.
good, brother. That good, man.
Yeah.
Never send up nets. People, later, you know. Remember, you see them out of them things. You see the renegade when afraid. Remember, you know, we have the man that we have them. You see them? Comfortable and nice, you know. When you see them, the renegade. Man, when you see it. Sure. So we are talking about fantastic fight. Hey, let me tell you this. We have things. We have things. Yes. Them up. And them have to win and your face, you know. All of them done. Well, we get the father for down this and them thing. They can't keep them add up them thing enough, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Here's a Churchill. You're up, brother. You're good? Hey, Churchill, we and Churchill this. Hey, people. You know what? I start. You know, sometimes I put on with the face and, you know, when I talk, people still laugh, you know, because they know something around put them and don't be serious. But Churchill, you want me to give the people my joke? About DJ, no, Maria. You want me to give a joke about Churchill? We not where you saying both band. Me never think in the band yet, go Churchill. Me not think so, because in band around 8 or 7 now. I'm a little you. And we got DJ down there, you know. And Churchill get up in a bunny mother and bunny stepfather. You know. And Churchill get up a bed in night people them white bucket, you know. Drinking bucket. Churchill. Hey, they have Churchill. Hey, because we have a DJ and sound down there, you know. And I share with content, you know. See? We are DJ Labongas. Mr. Churchill go bed in a woman drinking bucket. You know the white bucket they have the cover. I know that. That's going to be the people them bucket, drinking bucket, one piece of L, pop out down there. And then you have a next one there. Churchill, you know that I not call him name, I not give him a promotion. Him gone for the man bed, go about him a sleep, the man can't give him the Hey, back in them days, in the 80s, I gone back, you know. Eh? The people have them bucket, water bucket, and I Churchill go bathing at the backside. Water bucket. Hey, people have a chair with them bucket. Churchill go mash up the people them bucket. Churchill, you know, easy, you know. Anyway, people, Churchill, I love.
Blessings every day. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Blessings every time.
Yes. And I think Don James was saying she needed a number. I just sent down a number. And who was that? Anne was saying the Air Jamaica executive was stabbed.
Yes.
But she didn't say what his name was.
No, me drop the name for you, man, and knock it for you. Later. So later, yeah, brother.
All right.
Brother,
Take care.
I'm out.
All right. Blessing.